Started with Jim and 2 McDonald's quarter pounders.
And now it's here, McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese, with 2 beef patties and 3 slices of cheese. Only McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese is the official burger of the AFL.
Welcome back to Football Park here in South Australia. Special moment for Crows, fans and players and officials with the unfurling of the flag. What a time they had last September, beating the West Coast, Geelong, the Bulldogs, and then St Kilda in the big one. KB, as you said, you've had 5. What's it feel like as we check other matches? Essendon, St Kilda, Bulldogs and Carlton.
Well, it's a marvellous feeling, Sandy. I think that when you stand there as a player and you can see that premiership flag just waving in the breeze, it brings back those wonderful memories of what you achieved the year before. And I always felt that it acted as a tremendous incentive going into the opening game of the season when that flag was unfurled. It used to always be, of course, the first game of the season, but with the Crows playing away last week, it's unfurled today. But I would think it'd be an enormous incentive for the players in front of this massive crowd we've got here at Football Park today, that it can bring back those lovely memories and their deeds that they carried out in September.
But of course, Ross, a bit of a new look Adelaide Crows lineup. 5 of those players in the grand final missing from this outfit this afternoon.
Yes, but that's the test then is the depth of the club, Sandy, which most people would appreciate. Then if they've got the quality in their list, then it shouldn't hurt them too much. But some of those players obviously are key to them having a season similar to last year.
Andrew Wills, a key player last year for the Dockers, had a wonderful season. He'll be looking to continue that form. Also in good form in '97 was the boundary rider Curl, and he'll be looking to continue his form. Welcome.
Hi, Sandy. Thank you. Well, as we can see here, warm conditions, but there is a light breeze blowing to the left pocket down there, so the players would certainly welcome that. The ground is in fantastic position. I think what we're going to see today is the Fremantle take the Crows on with their running game and moving. Now, that would be great, but in these conditions, those runners could tire towards the end of the game. Malcolm Blight is still trying to search for a forward line that will work. Robin back may help, but this will be a tough game early.
Yes, it certainly will. The Dockers in their new away strip, their new look away strip, and some new look heads too, as far as hairstyles and hair colours are concerned. But here we go as round 2 continues from Football Park. Big Sean Wren. So many looking for a huge year from the number 52. He gets it down towards Matty Connell. He couldn't take it, neither could Jarman. It's locked up in the centre, and it'll be a bounce. The men in white today in charge are Andrew Coates, Tim Shearer and John Harvey. Plenty of experience with that trio. This is Tim Shearer bouncing it again in the middle. Matty Connell gets the first effective kick down towards the Norm Smith medalist. He couldn't take it the first grab. Tucks it from Robin. Gets caught, however. Loses the football. Ricciuto goes steaming through. He gets collared. It's just inside 50 now. Pressure on the Dockers to defend. Greg Harding does it. And he goes to the outer side where he finds young Brad Dodd.
So the ball on the outer side of the ground. Dodd through Fletcher, kicks the ball back towards the half-forward line. Big high fly there was Wills playing in front. Hart had it, lost it. Norris is there as well. Quick hands from Bond. So Fremantle bring the ball back towards the edge of the centre squares. Taken by Kickett down towards centre half forward, and playing in front is Waterhouse. 5 goals last week. Bouncy, very dangerous player. Looks to be a big improver. And there's a great mark. That's been taken down there by Kingsley Hunter.
Yes, the improvision of having Waterhouse at centre half forward for most of the game last week worked very well, and it's opened up in a similar vein today. And Hunter got back very quickly to get on the end of that kick from Waterhouse. Good system, though, coming through half-back to end. Dale Kickett setting up with Bond, the experienced players. He needs to convert, though. He was a bit untidy last week with his conversion, KB.
He did average just over 3 goals in the last 11 games of '97 after missing the first half of the season. So Kingsley Hunter to give the Dockers a great start, and he's got it. For a point.
Now, they're the bread and butter goals for a full forward or any forward in that area. You've got to kick them. The players work hard to get the ball down there to you. You've got to put it through.
Have to check the eyesight of Sean McManus, who was standing next to him, and clapped and patted him on the back.
Yeah, he's just trying a con job.
Thanks, Sean.
This is Matty Connell. He goes to the outer side over the head of Hart, and the mark is taken by Ormond Allen. Still tucked in the back pocket. He goes wide to the halfback flank, and Shane Allen, who had that memorable day in September when he booted 5 after being moved down to the forward line. He gets it across to skipper Bickley. Bickley looks over centre wing. Dodd tries the spoil. It was effective. In fact, they're going to get possession through Kickett for a moment. He loses it now. They pounce upon it. Trying to storm through was Chrissy Bond. Now McLeod. McLeod gets a hurried kick, gains probably 10 or 15 metres before it wobbles over the line. On the right half-forward flank for the Crows in attack on this very warm and sunny day in Adelaide. There you can see you're expecting a top of 26. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's considerably warmer than that at the moment. No one able to get it out cleanly. Connell was there waiting for it. He thought it was going to come that side, but it didn't. To the outer it goes now. Bandy gets the hand pass away towards Fletcher. Adrian Fletcher, disappointing kick. Taken by Matty Connell, the 95, Desmond Ferris. He gets it away and the Crows look dangerous, but only as far as Shane Parker.
So Parker from centre half back gives it across to Gale, who usually has good skills. This is a poor attempt on this occasion. Back to Bickley. So coming forward, Connell outside of 50. Again, a poor kick has been marked by Harding. So a quick transfer of play, goes wide, finds Chisholm, tries to set it up again. A shocker, and Rashudo chips in.
Girls, you got a comment?
Yeah, the injury one here with Waterhouse centre half forward. Caven will have to be on his very best today because Waterhouse is very quick.
Norwich with those quick hands, gets it back to Kickett, doesn't find Parker, goes to the ground, gets it back to Bond. On the burst towards the half-forward line, Wren gets back with those long arms, but McManus, who has missed so much football last year with a knee reconstruction, kicks the ball wide. Waterhouse late on the scene, does well at ground level, caught, loose ball. Again, taken away by the Crows. Smart, who loves to run out of defence, takes them on, runs to the edge of the centre square, should kick the ball long deep into the forward line. Getting in the back down there was Carroll, got into the back of Stevens.
That's untidy, Kevin, isn't it? But the initial the kick from McManus when he's shooting towards inside 50, Kingsley Hunter ran to the side where he's going to be 60 metres away from him. There's all the space on the near side. He ran to the furthest part of the ground. There's no way McManus was going to make the distance. Ball turns over, and now the Crows got a shot at goal. Poor option.
Well, Mark Stevens gets his second chance at AFL football. Just couldn't quite crack it at North Melbourne. Just failed to become a regular player. Gets his chance under Malcolm Blight. 45 metres out. The roar goes up. I think he's kicked it this time.
Today, only one team can stop the Adelaide Crows. John Riddell, Narelle Hill, Bruce Abernathy and 7 Nightly News. Now at the special time of 5:35 today. That's half-time of the footy and they don't give away the scores.
The Taylors are throwing Wilson a surprise party.
That's a really good idea.
With an awesome gift and special guest.
It is so good to see you.
Yeah. Let's take a ride in the car.
All new Home Improvement. Tonight, 7:30 on 7.
So the Crows are on the board thanks to North Melbourne reject Mark Stevens, and we wish him well at his new club. It's a 5-point margin favouring the Crows. Wren goes at it again and he wins it out of the centre down towards Costa. He bounced straight up again but couldn't get clear eventually. Solid tackling by Adrian Fletcher and co. There'll be another bounce. Boys on the bench awaiting their chance for the Adelaide Crows. As we said, are missing a number of those players who triumphed in September last year. It's a brand new ball game now. Harding overruns it, but he's got support again through Fletcher. It's like a running machine. Just gets in gear and goes all day. Down towards Waterhouse.
Over the shoulder, free kick to Waterhouse. If he plays in front, he'll always be a chance.
Big game last week to open proceedings for the season for Clive Waterhouse. He pops this high in the air up towards half forward. Hunter couldn't take it, neither could Nigel Smart. It's socket off the ground, back towards Kickett and Fletcher. The ladder's going to take it, but he's played. Could be costly. McLeod is lurking, so too was Chisholm, and now Bickley tries to draw the play, then just chips across the half-forward line with a pass that really was finished up in no man's land. McLeod might be able to make amends. He can't, however. O'Reilly on the last line of defence goes to the outer side. Connell gives chase, so too does young Brad Dodd, but it'll be a throw-in on the outer side with Adelaide Crows in attack.
Yes, and welcome back Steve O'Reilly. Great defensive work there.
Crows by 5 points. Bandy sporting the blonde hair this year with Robran. You see the ball trickle over and they'll toss it back in. Young Dodd has done very well breaking into this side. He was on the rookies list before the start of the year.
Spider Burton there with Luke Toyer, Matthew Klukas as well.
So the two number 10s go at it, O'Reilly and Robran, and again Costa, happy to see it just go over the line. Capacity house here at Football Park. Magnificent day for football. Prosciutto, the raging bull, just crashes his way through. Fletcher got in the way. Loose ball again, kicked off the ground by Costa. Inside 50, chance for the Crows. Gale didn't really hit a target. Chisholm's had a few early touches. Loves to set it up. The Prince runs the centre half back. He's in two minds. What's going through his mind? I don't know. Goes short. Caven makes ground, drops it. Waterhouse also has been handy early. Hand passes a wild one back to Caven. Rockets the ball out wide. Tries to set it up to Stevens. Hard up on the boundary line. Does well to keep the ball in. Finally go over on the half-forward line.
It's all very well to carry the ball down from half-back. When you've got players streaming at you that are clear on a lead, you've got to give it off. The third and fourth bounce, or the third bounce from Chisholm, just upset the whole system. Of course, the kick there never found its target.
5 points the margin. Adelaide leads. Somewhat untidy start in these very warm conditions. Dockers, they'll be out to impress today as Gale goes down towards McManus on the centre wing. Couldn't take it cleanly. Eleanor's at the back. Boundary line too close. And hot in pursuit was Daniel Parker. So a throw in.
What do you think of the away strip for Fremantle, Roscoe?
I don't mind it. Doesn't make you get any more kicks or handballs, does it, KB?
No, but I like their jumper.
Here's Gale. Kick under pressure, so forced into the middle. Norris decides to leave it for his teammate Kiggett. He is beautifully tackled. The ball spills free. Maybe a chance for the Crows. Ormond Allen went in strongly. Needs support and has got it too. Connell it was who got it out. Bickley co-hanging. And he'll be free kicked in the middle of the ground. Wants to go on with it. Just chips wide to centre wing towards Kim Costa. Costa's got a little bit of space. Now what can he set up in that forward line? Jarman will be his target. Unable to take it cleanly. Hardy, well smothered, and a throw in on the 50 for the Adelaide Crows. And their fans enjoying the start. There is Clay Sampson, the number 24 strip. Great smother, as KB said.
Chance for the Crows. Throw in on 50. They were pushing and shoving. So Wren has got the free kick. Well, arguably the best ruckman in the competition.
I think so.
Magnificent game in the grand final. We see pushing and shoving there.
All he wanted was front position, Bandy. I'm not sure he played that a free kick.
It was a very tough decision against Bandy. Wren, right on 50. Starting to bend back. This is going to be very, very close. And he's nailed him.
Hey, cowboy, get a haircut. Oh, looking good, Dave.
Well, the Crows have got 2 goals on the board, but as far as the Dockers are concerned, both could have been avoided. However, it's not to be. We go back in the middle with Wren, who just kicked one, tried to get it down towards Costa, unable to get clear. Another bounce in the centre.
Waterhouse has gone down to full forward. Kingsley Hunter's up towards the centre.
Bandy and Wren again. Won by the former. Ormond Allen got a boot to it. It's down towards half forward. Oh, look at the roaming in the front of the pack by McLeod. Is this number 3 for the Crows? Yes! Classic case of in the right spot at the right time, Roscoe.
Yes, you've got to be there. We saw one late yesterday afternoon with Wayne Carey in the North Melbourne game where he just sat in front of the pack like a rover. Similar situation. There we go. McLeod there. The kicker wasn't far away. Just too far away and not able to pick him up. In fact, it wasn't Kiggett, it was Chisholm. Just sat off him too far. You've got to go with him in that situation. Be right on his side.
Great start by the Crows. 18 players, 1 behind. 3 individual goal kickers to Stevens, McLeod and Wren. Again, out of the centre square, Wren thumps the ball, taken away by Kiggett. their best and fairest last year. He's one of three players in AFL history played 5 league clubs. Fletcher has played at 4 down towards Kingsley Hunter. Advantage has been paid. Bond pounced on it. This is a great kick, looking for Parker. Should take it, and he's got it.
Yeah, clever play by Bond. Realised the opportunity to play on was there. Got the all clear. Should have received a handball from Fletcher in the first place as he's running past, but followed on and found Daniel Parker.
Now, when he came into the side last year, Roscoe looked to have a lot of ability in the first half of the year. Still lightly built.
Who, Parker?
Parker.
I think we saw next to him, JB.
Well, he's tall, but he's not physically strong. He's also not a very good kick.
I was about to say, last year, if he did have a problem, he just was very nervous in front of goal. No confidence whatsoever.
Well, 2 goals have been missed now from set shots, one from Kingsley Hunter, the other from Parker. So some wasted opportunities for the Dockers. Parker caps it on. Caven playing in front of Waterhouse, just pushes him out of the way. Waterhouse with strength, quick snap. And again, it just bounces over the line.
Clive. Wren again to do the ruck work. Waterhouse bounces over the top and almost throws it out as Nigel Smart soccers off the ground. Passes Fletcher, but then again it finishes with him. He gets caught though. Tunnelballs it out the back door. Norris now gives chase. Got plenty on his hammer. Here's an opportunity for Bond. From a standing start, he pumps it high in towards half-forward. The race is on now. Wren is the tackler. Goodwin was there also. A ball! And Roscoe cannot believe it.
If the bloke goes to the footies in front, he gets pushed in the back. That is not a tackle for holding the ball. It's a free kick for a push in the back.
Nigel Smart, however, is going to take advantage of it, Ross. Towards Hart. With him is McManus and the Bandy. Look at the tackle on the Bandy. That came from Simon Goodwin. It matters not because Fletcher has the ball for the Dockers. He kicks towards half-forward. Ormond Allen came over the top and then recovered quickly. Runs into Wills and loses it. McLeod, look at that. Caught, but does get it out to Smart. Clever play. Nigel Smart sees Matty Connell running and uses him, and he in turn uses Shane Allen. The Crows are away from half-back up towards half-forward. A bit of calling out, and the Dockers should be able to clear. They've got the numbers to come away. Parker in 2 minds eventually gets clear.
Gives it the kicker who goes short. Finds O'Reilly. Still inside the defensive 50. He's got a loose player, Bandy, on the wing. It's made good ground. Costa did well. He's given away the free kick. He's held up play.
Not much choice, Costa.
Because Harding was running by. I'm certain that Bandy would have given it off. So Bandy from the half-back flank. Goes by 17 points.
No, presenting
Bandy
themselves.
in 2 minds. Again, the kick's a poor one. Trying to get there in time was Waterhouse, but it's out in the full.
It's always going to happen if forwards they push up the ground and make a lead. Wren dropped back into the hole, and that's why Bandy was so hesitant.
Also too close to the man on the mark, which means that you've got to pull your kick. Here's Wren, goes wide, gets the ball back. So Goodwin comes away from half back towards centre half forward. Again, Harding pounced on it, gives it back to Gale, who can usually use the ball well, and finds Dodd. So he's on centre wing. Pittman warming up on the boundary line to come on for Adelaide. Now the lead has been honoured here to Parker. Couldn't take it on the half volley. Allen tried to just push him over. Smart picks the ball up. Then just belts the ball back towards the half forward line, looking for it. Down there is Robran. And again, it beats both players, O'Reilly and Robran, over the line.
Rem coming off for a spell, as you can see there, and David Pittman coming back on. In the Crows attacking zone, up by 17 points. Robran slaps it down to his skipper, who centering kick goes in towards half forward. Or the bounce is going to favour Costa. Costa in turn gets it away and it finishes with McLeod. McLeod bends it back for another one.
Mate, you had a great career, didn't you? How many premierships?
4 day and 4 night.
Yeah, but to be fair, Humphrey B. Bear could have played in the premiership team at Hawthorn.
He did, at full forward.
Oh, that'll get back.
Oh, no.
Brutally honest.
finest footy up close in the Advertiser. Don't miss the footy lift out every Monday and Friday for all the AFL and SANFL news, previews and reviews from the experts who are up close to footy. In the Advertiser, today's newspaper.
Crows by 23 points. Pittman to lock horns with Bandy at the centre bounce. Favours Bandy. Costa pinched it, all tied up by Bond. So Chris Bond and Adrian Fletcher adding a bit of experience to the Dockers. Fletcher already has had 7 possessions in the game so far. So the Crows come forward and there's a good mark by O'Reilly. Last minute with replacement last week for the Dockers goes wide to Callaghan. Toya is on the field and Dodd is off also for the Dockers. Goes short, does Dirty Harry and finds Bandy. Still on the half-back flank. Kicks the ball down and finds Parker. Parker to the half-forward line. This is a better kick. And Fletcher, who's very strong overhead for a player of his size, kicks the ball back looking for Waterhouse. Needs a kind bounce. Waterhouse on the burst around the corner. A bit of magic from Clive. And this time he has drilled it.
Well, he's the only play down there, KB, that's looking dangerous for the Dockers. I thought the kick coming in by Fletcher should have gone more centrally to Kingsley Hunter. Waterhouse went to the pocket, but the kick did favour him anyway. And just his goal sense at the moment, he's in form. Good kick. Knows his ground pretty well. He needs some support down there. They're pretty fractured when they go forward, the Dockers. No real system.
So Clive Waterhouse gets the Dockers on the board with his first, following up his good form last week. Pittman playing his 100th game today. He'll be hoping to celebrate the century in style. Finally finishes with Mark Beckley. He bends it round towards Robran, up towards the 50. McLeod, a deft little tap onto himself. Geez, exciting to watch it. Look at that, the flick out to Robran. Sensational play, deserves a good finish. Century kick, Jarman is there.
Just a neat note, Sandy, wasn't it? Just to get Parker under the ball. Shane Parker gets invariably the difficult job. Tall, smalls, medium-sized players all the time, and he's got Jarman today. There is just a bit of a nudge, no real push to be penalised for. I mean, your options like that up forward in McLeod, Jarman and Robran coming back in today. Some semblance now their best side coming on for the Crows.
6 goals, of course, in the grand final last year. Darren Jarman. And he's got his first for the day this afternoon.
This RAA symbol has always represented the pinnacle in motor service standards. Earning RAA endorsement is the toughest test of all. One service group has set their sights on this ultimate goal, to offer nothing less than the highest standards, and so earn the right to display the RAA symbol at every one of its outlets. Not surprising, that group is UltraTune. There are 16 UltraTune service centres and they're all RAA approved. UltraTune, in tune with you and your car.
Impressive start by the Crows, 5 straight. Fremantle 117. They trail by 23 points. Bandy again. He's going to have a big job today against Pittman and Wren from that centre square. Kick it. Tried an underarm pass there, taken away by Norwich. Just weaves his way out of trouble back to Bandy, but the whistle is gone. And it's coming back to Risciuto. So too high. Risciuto just weighing up the options. Loose player out wide and finds Tyson. So the former Tiger in his new home goes short to Stevens. Got a shove in the back from Carroll. And from hard up on the boundary line, squeezes it back to the goal. The high flyer was McLeod. Couldn't take it. He's already booted 2. Through for the first minor score for Adelaide.
And KB drama in the Davis Cup with Mark Woodford hanging on, just getting the break back. It's down 4-5 in the 4th set against Wayne Black, so it could well go right down to the wire. Good performance by Black. Of course, Woodford, a late inclusion because of the illness to Pat Raffle. Let's hope he has a spell and is going to come back bigger and better than ever. Here's Gale's hand pass or put his teammate there under a little bit of pressure. That was Greg Harding, but he's got good support and is able to flick it up towards Wills, who's almost down the centre wing. Didn't like the close attention he was being paid, so gets it back to Harding, kicks up towards McManus at half forward. Gave a little bit of a nudge, but all he did was nudge Hart into the ball. He goes wide to the outer side. Crows controlling it at the moment as Smart takes it on centre wing.
Chisholm's off, Sandy, because his McLeod's chopped him up. Matthew Klinker's on.
He's been very good, McLeod, hasn't he? Down towards full forward now. Look out, the danger signs are up again. And here's McLeod. Shrugs one tackle and gets the hand pass away. The kick is flicked high in towards full forward. No mark taken. There's a snap by the young man from North Melbourne originally, Mark Stevens. He's got another one. 2 goals to Stevens, and this is turning out to be a very big quarter for the Crows.
It's the danger of the Dockers coming over, even though I said to KB at the open that I thought Freo might be a chance today because the form of the Crows and Fremantle, their tails up after last week, but that was always the danger. The first game back after the premiership, big home crowd, they could take over. At the moment, they're looking pretty impressive.
So Mark Stevens with 2 goals. He also joins Andrew McLeod. So both forwards having a big opening term. Fremantle wasted some opportunities in front of goals. Gale, again, didn't hit a target. So they've been pretty poor. Tyson out of the centre square, again, kicks the ball long. Deep inside 50, coming out is Stevens. He's got Carroll the beat. Kick it also will lend support. It's a loose ball. McLeod looks dangerous. Bond wearing him now. Gets the ball out to Norrish. Back to Gale. So from half back in 2 minds. Finally to Fletcher. It's been pretty handy in this opening term. He's had 8 possessions. Kicked down towards centre half forward. Waterhouse was the high flyer. Loose ball. McManus should run into the open goal. Should kick a goal. It's bouncing wrong side. And again, another wasted opportunity.
Yeah, no question, Kev. They had Wills 3 in the centre too, but Fletcher didn't see him. As you mentioned, Chris Bond now with the job on Andrew McLeod. He thought when he came to Fremantle he will have a chance to run more freely on the ball, but he's had a big job so far. He had Farmer last week. He has been shifted onto McLeod.
Bassett will bring it back into play. The Hound, as Roscoe affectionately calls him. The left footer goes to the outer side. Looking for his tall timber. Doing the scouting was Mark Rashido. He's got Hart moving down towards centre wing, and that's the direction he goes. Connell is ignored. He's running with him. He elects to go a little more directly. Robin, lightning hands. Look at this. Nigel Smart could be on the end of it. He was held. Play on, says the umpire. And so they do. Smart considers himself a little unfortunate. Bickley gives it back to Robin. Bit of fancy stuff. The hand pass was too high for Smart. They go again, still in the half forward. The Dockers are able to lock it up with Luke Toyer and co. And there'll be a bounce. Last one up. 95 club champ Matt Connell. And news from Mildura, Wayne Black has beaten Mark Woodford in 4 sets, so it's going to go right down to the wire. 2 rubbers apiece. What a thriller. And here's a thriller in Rashudo. Bounces away to the left.
Yes, he certainly didn't intend to kick the ball to the ground and look for a bounce to get over the head of the players in front of him. Just a missed kick.
They look a bit too strong and a bit too quick at the moment.
Yes, perhaps that heat was fairly debilitating last week, and they're not as fresh as perhaps Melbourne were yesterday.
It didn't affect the D's.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly right.
Bond goes short, finds Norrish. Not putting much pressure on the Crows at the moment. Got a lot of loose players. Kicks to a contest with Bandy against Costa, who recovers quickly, goes to ground. Toyer looking for the free kick. Bandy, again, a wild hand pass. Connell gets good support from Trent Orman-Allen, gets it back to the Bull, Rashudo. And again, the loose player's been set up. Tyson picking up some touches in this first quarter as well. Runs to 50. James Tyson, a big bomb to the square. There's pushing and shoving. Jarman's in front, maybe a bit of magic at ground level. Sampson's pounced on it. It's missed.
They'll have to sort out their matchups, the Fremantle Match Committee, to try and quell this dangerous Crows forward line.
31 points, the margin. Under a couple of minutes remaining in this first quarter. Been a very good first quarter by the Crows. Chris Bond in his new strip after stints with Carlton and Richmond. Goes from the back pocket. A penetrating kick too towards the half-back line, looking for Bandy. Right there with him was Pittman, and Adrian Fletcher is more than content just to see it over the line. Another one who is well-travelled, Geelong, St Kilda and Brisbane. That puffing Billy, though, he just keeps on going. There's Ormond Allen to McLeod. Still a long way from home. Centering kick towards Sampson. He was ripped off the ball. He didn't have it. Well, he had a snap a moment ago and missed. Let's see if he can make amends, Roscoe.
Yes, it's unusually undisciplined by Mark Gale here. Just conceded too easily that first he had position from behind and just dragged the player down.
Sampson then kicking for his first. Those who've contributed so far for the Crows: Sean Wren with one, Darren Jarman with one, and then two to Mark Stevens, two also to Andrew McLeod. Sampson adds his name to that list. He's got his first. This is an excellent opening term.
Monday, a young man dubbed the lovable rogue.
He was full of life, he was full of fun.
A true friend to his mates.
He's a bit of a wild child at times.
Now his mystery disappearance has baffled police.
People must know where he went that morning.
Shocked his family and friends.
They searched for hours through that bushland.
And then, this.
Mum, you there?
A message from the dead, a vital clue or a cruel hoax.
We just need to know.
Australia's Most Wanted, Monday, 7:30 on 7.
Just under a minute left in this first term, and the Dockers have been blown away in this first quarter. 7 goals to 1. Bandy, this time against Pittman, gets his hands on the ball. Costa goes in hard. Pittman on hands and knees, still inside the centre square. Again, they force it forward. The bounce favours Harding, who goes wide to Gale. They've been very active in defence. The whole game has been played virtually on the Crows' forward line. Bandy makes good ground. Thought he took the mark, not paid. Waterhouse, a lone hand up forward. He's been the only forward who's looked dangerous. Caught high around the neck and will take the free kick. 45 plays 8. Waterhouse, 5 goals last week. He's been all over the forward line. Goes back inside the centre square, but the ball will be brought back. Waterhouse, recruited from Port Adelaide, just starting to really show his talents. Is the #1 draft pick. There's Pittman. Just couldn't hang on to the Sharon Goodwin, one of the young guns from 97, their premiership stars. Gale again across half-back. That's a better kick and finds Fletcher. So he's too far out to score, a good 75 to 80 metres. Kingsley Hunter's on the lead. He's out in front. Got his hands on the ball, but look at the numbers there as Costa comes away from half-back. But a magnificent opening quarter by Adelaide. 7-3-45, Fremantle 1-2-8. And there's Peter Caven. He's had a pretty tough job, really, of all the Adelaide players playing on Clive Waterhouse.
He's the only forward for Dockers who's looked dangerous, but if you wanted an opening home game, Malcolm Blight wouldn't have wanted much better than this. 7 goals, looked pretty smooth. Still missing a few plays with a rebound off half-back. They've cluttered the Dockers forward line when they have gone forward. They've made it very difficult for the Dockers players to break free. When they have gone forward, then the Crows, they've had numbers. They've flooded their forward line. Their options have been plenty. They've kicked the score accordingly.
Yes, quarter time, Roscoe. Adelaide 7-3-45. Fremantle 1-2-8.
Good afternoon. Coming up in the news, speeding drivers to lose double demerit points under a new plan being considered to cut the carnage on roads at Easter. A warning that several countries could boycott the Sydney Olympics because of Australia's treatment of Aborigines. The state's busiest indoor sports complex closed down by a huge fire. And is Jaden Leskey's mother engaged to the man accused of murdering her son? Details in 7 Nightly News.
Nobody knows news like 7. 9 to 10. out of 10.
If you've got some big project ideas for Easter, make a start with these great buys from Mitre 10. The Trojan Garden Master axe or block splitter are just $20 each. The McCulloch petrol chainsaw is just $289 with a bonus. And Dulux Wash and Wear 101 comes with a bonus spray and wipe. Our expert advice and great range will help you get the best results on all your big projects. So drop into Mitre 10 today.
Mitre 10 out of 10 every time.
40th anniversary Land Cruiser with thousands of dollars worth of extras free. That's right. CD player, alloy wheels, ABS, air conditioning and more free. But only from your Toyota dealer.
At the core news, they're almost giving it away. Look at this. It's huge. So how much? $4.99? $2.99? No. At the core news, only $1.79. And remember, the lowest price, or it's free.
Petters, straight advice, specialists you understand, and no bull.
Hey!
After 50 years engineering products to help Aussie cars ride, handle, perform and tow better, you can trust Petters to establish what you really need. It's made us #1 in shock absorber, steering and suspension. So insist on the Red Bull. It ensures it's better at Petters.
And don't forget, no bull. Oh, Ralph!
We were just looking around for this house for so long, and when we finally found it, it was just a miracle. And I knew that this house was the one. And you know, standing there at that auction, we were so nervous. I just didn't know if we were going to get it or not. And we thought, oh, we're not the only ones. And yeah, I've never been to an auction before.
Oh, congratulations!
Mate, you had a great career, didn't you? How many premierships?
4 day and 4 night.
Yeah, but to be fair, Humphrey B. Bear could have played in the premiership team at Hawthorn.
He did, at full forward.
Oh, that'll get back.
Oh, no.
Brutally honest, footy up close in the Advertiser. Don't miss the footy lift out every Monday and Friday for all the AFL and SANFL news, previews and reviews from the experts who are up close to footy. In the Advertiser, today's newspaper.
Girls, this has been a very, very positive start by the reigning champions.
Very strong running, hard running, and very direct, using the centre area a lot. Getting the ball out of the centre, you know, fantastically well, the Crows. Jared Neeson then very, very aggressive towards his players as a group and spent a lot of time over the board, so look for quite a few positional changes at the start.
Mate, you look really good in your bowls hat too.
Sit up, mate. Cricket bat.
All right, here we go. Second term at Football Park. The Crows looking to continue it on. Spider, Burton and co saying, hang on, we're not done with yet, as Fletcher gives it away to his teammate in Dodd. He looks up towards the forward line. They want a couple smartly. McManus is there, but he's got to beat a couple. And the ball filters over the top. Passes hard. And one behind.
Doesn't it make a difference when you do get out of the centre? Yep. Spider Burton's always going to have the advantage there. If it's a straight bounce, his height will certainly advantage the smaller players there.
Crows just ripped it out of the middle at will in the first quarter. Kick out is aimed at Wren, but he's got to beat a couple. They may get away with it. They've got the numbers at the back. One of them is Rashudo. Decides to go directly down the ground to McLeod, and he storms away. He's an excitement machine, and that's what the game needs. Goes in towards the forward line. No mark is paid. Could have been a push. Costa goes on with it. So too does Kickett. Deft little pass underground. It finishes up with Greg Harding. Harding's on half back. He finds Burton. Burton looks with his left foot in towards the middle. McManus got shoved out of it. The advantage is going to be paid. So Daniel Parker takes advantage. Kicks towards full forward. No mark taken by Hunter, and coming away is the Hound.
Who gives it across to Goodwin. Couple of leisurely bounces. Time for think music. Kicks down towards the half-forward line. There's a good lead by Rodwin. So he's on centre wing. Good to see him back in the side. Such an important player for the Crows. Gives them height, versatility. To Trent Orman-Allen. They're smart inside 50. This will be a great goal. It's a great kick. Touched on the line.
Well done, Shane Parker. Just kept Jarman at bay and also managed to get a hand on that. They've just got to match up. You can't have players running through the midfield like that. It was smart, so clearly someone's got to have him.
Chisholm, short, finds Parker. This is Shane Parker, inside 50. So kicks the ball long. That's good vision. Finds O'Reilly. So Stephen O'Reilly playing on Matthew Robrin. Kicks the ball back towards the half-forward line. McManus, the high fly, giving away plenty of inches. Dodd's back on the ground. Came off in the first quarter. Wren gets the ball back to Hart. Gives it across to Bassett. They work the ball out of defence. Bickley's been very good so far. Kicks the ball wide. So's James Tyson. Been outstanding. The former Tiger comes away and kicks beautifully back towards centre-half forwards. One for the high flyers down there, and in front is Stevens. So Stevens is off and running, runs into the open goal. Oh, no. And wastes an opportunity. What was that, Sandy? I got a bit excited then.
I did. Talk about a wasted opportunity. 7-5.
Trent Carroll just having a bit of trouble today with Stevens. He performed pretty well last week, having had to play a half a game in the West Star rules on the Saturday, then been called in to play the full game on Sunday for the Dockers. Tough call, but he did it well. Today, just a few problems.
Scott Chisholm to himself and then to the outer side towards Kickett. Socket off the ground in towards McLeod. Oh, he's so dangerous.
That's been the problem all day so far, Sandy. When they have gone to that forward area, there's just been so many options. At times when you look down inside their 50, it looks flooded, but because players keep on moving and crisscrossing, there's no stationary people. There's always an option there.
2 in the first quarter, Ross.
Yep.
Along with Mark Stevens.
It's an interesting move, isn't it? McLeod started his career as a half-forward flanker, then Malcolm Blight moved him to half-back, wins the Norm Smith medal, and now finds himself back on the forward line. Much more mature and experienced player.
Kicking from 35 metres, and pretty accurate too, KB. He's got that one, that's number 3.
Today, only one team can stop the Adelaide Crows. John Riddell, Narelle Hill, Bruce Abernathy and 7 Nightly News. Now at the special time of 5:35 today. That's half-time of the footy and they don't give away the scores.
An old friend is desperately ill.
You trying to tell me I've got AIDS?
He's refusing to believe. Only one person can help him now.
You're right. Look at me.
A dramatic All Saints, Tuesday on 7.
Crows juggernaut just keeps rolling on. 8-5, 53, Fremantle 139. So Spider Burton, the huntsman, gets the ball down, taken away by Fletcher. Again inside the centre square, Wren gets the ball back to Connell, and there he is, Spider.
Is that a galloping huntsman?
The galloping huntsman.
Goes wide. They've been going wide for the entire game so far. Gale around the corner, but once more, the skill level has been appalling. So Bickley comes forward inside 50. Look at this. Jarman to Sampson. Point blank range, bangs it through. A training drill. It's kick 2.
This is a rout,
Sure. You said it, Sandy, and at the moment, the Dockers facing West Coast next Sunday in the local derby.
I'm going across for that game, Roscoe. Looking forward to it.
I'll be there. Just bring your Easter eggs. As you said, just a training drill here with their skill levels. There's such a contrast between the two sides at the moment. Everything the Crows have done has been very effective.
I'd hate to be playing in defence for the Dockers at the moment. There is no pressure midfield whatsoever. And when you're playing in defence and the ball is just coming in as quickly as it is, it's a nightmare.
50 points the margin, and we've only just into the second quarter here at Football Park. Tyson unable to take it cleanly. Fletcher shrugs and one tackle, gives it to Kickett, but he feels the heat in the kitchen and loses it. Bickley tries to soccer it away. Fletcher goes again, looks for the free kick for a shove in the back. Doesn't get it. So he'll pick himself up, smack bang in the middle of Football Park for another bounce.
One-man band at the moment with Fletcher. He's doing a great job.
The other men in white in charge. Andrew Coates is the one bouncing it down. Heading towards Connell. Caven. Dodd runs into him. The youngster picks himself up. Brad Dodd, as KB said, coming off the rookie list. Exciting times for him. Burton wins it. Smart. High in the air across half-back. Ellen tries to get underneath it, but he's got a player in front of him, and that is Daniel Parker. Kicking from 55, maybe even a fraction more. Distance will certainly test him. He won't make it. They're all waiting down. One of them is Nigel Smart, says, we're clearing out of here. And he does. Going towards the halfback blanket, slowly wobbles over the line in front of Gale. 50 points the margin. Wren, front spot over Burton this time, wins it. Back towards the centre wing, could have been a free kick for Bush.
Should have been.
And unnoticed. Robrin also is in trouble down there on the other side. A couple of the Dockers boys asking the question. Namely Fletcher, Chisholm, all to no avail. On the outer wing here at Football Park. Here goes Dodd. Look out, because Sampson was right on his hammer. He was able to get it to Bond, who puts them inside 50 once again. Playing in front was Bassett. An opportunity now to clear. Back towards halfback, but look out! Chitlin comes over the top. Orban Allen does the raiding work for the Crows. The fans don't like it, but Rashido does. He's got it in the middle. Wants to get on with the job quickly. He's got players streaming down the ground. The danger signs are up again. And Sean Rand, with dashing speed, gets the hand pass away. Oh!
Dale Kicker just been in front on, but unfortunately, just a bit over the shoulder. Watch this. Just takes him high.
Sampson.
Careful, boys. Watch out for the melee rule. Let's sort it out.
It's been reported too. Untidy, but not intentional.
Not intentional. I mean, you could say that he should have run in and tackled him correctly front on. One of the more difficult tackles in footy.
I think when he changed direction, that caused the arm and the contact.
Well, he might pay for it now if he'll pick up their 10th goal.
Just looking at Stevens, who's already kicked a couple of goals. He's done well, Malcolm Blight, hasn't he, with players from other clubs. Sampson, who's going for his 3rd goal now. From Melbourne. Also Allen, who started in the grand final last year. Trent Ormond Allen. These guys with their second chances here at Adelaide have all done very, very well.
Sampson won in the first, one already in the second term. So this for the Crows 10. He'll be tested by the distance, kicked from just on 50. Won't quite make it. The big guns are down there, and Mark is taken in front of that pack by Waterhouse. He goes dangerously into the pocket, and there he finds Greg Harding.
Well, Waterhouse was the only forward in the first quarter. Now we find him in defence. He finds Spider. So Burton,
look at the pace.
Fancy footwork, auditioning for Riverdance, got the gig, goes wide. Dodd up centre wing.
What do you want, David?
I don't know if he's got sharing it.
So the youngster Dodd. Pretty big effort to come off the rookies list and find yourself playing the first 2 games of the season. Kicks down towards Parker, goes up with one hand. Callahan, point of the square, puts the ball out in front, looking for Hunter. Too much carry on the ball. It's where the Crows are very good. They clean up, they run in numbers.
Oops.
And there was clever play by Bassett.
It was clever. He knew he was going to be tackled, so he just tapped it.
9-5, 59. Adelaide, Fremantle 1-3-9. So it's a 50-point lead. 3 multiple goal kickers, 3 goals to Andrew McLeod, 2 to Mark Stevens and 2 to Clay Sampson. Hunter got bowled over by Bassett. Costa with strength. Orman Allen missed the grand final with Glandular fever. Kicks the ball back. Big Spider. Great athleticism. Just plucked it off the ground. Gives it across to Fletcher outside of 50. Kicks a long bomb. So it's a chance for the high flyers. McMahon has given away plenty of inches. Surely he's given away the free kick. And that's the second occasion now we've seen McManus trying to outmark guys who look to be a foot taller.
Well, that's the problem though, KB, because they had a couple of the options going short. We had to say that. And they went long, and he's caught between 2 big fellas.
Down to the boundary line, Curls.
Quite obvious to everybody watching that the Dockers just cannot find a forward, and you can't win a football match unless you've got some penetrating forwards.
Here's Burt. Centering into half forward once again. Spoil is going to be effective. kick ricochets away. That was from Goodwin. It was well spoiled. McManus keeps it in the area. Gets the hand pass out towards Hunter. Hunter goes for goal and breaks the drought for the Dockers.
Which road car is based on the winner of the 1996 and 1997 World Rally Drivers' Championship? And which rally-based production car is just $17,990 with free air? If you're looking for an answer, you're looking for a Lancer.
Crows by 44 points. Badly needed goal by Kingsley Hunter. Just an easy one in the first turn from a set shot. Spider Burton's done well at the centre bounce since coming onto the field. Smart just pushes McManus off. Then McManus does well to tackle. Chance now, Parker. Handball once more at the feet. Parker under pressure now. Is off target.
Stuart Anderson, who's come on in this quarter, was a player to feed that off. He's playing off a wing.
Bassett to bring the ball back. Originally tied to Melbourne. Another player who hopes to have his career resurrected by Malcolm Blight. That was a wonderful kick to Smart. It's at the true centre-half back position. Wren makes plenty of ground, just ambles to the ball, will feed it off to Connell, who runs to 50, chips it over. Stevens is the target. Too much carry that time on the ball, so Chisholm will clean up. The Prince just got to make the right decision. He's in two minds. Decides to kick the ball back towards Spider, who's got it virtually on the point of the square. He's got the runners out wide. Gale has had a lot of the ball inside 50. McManus, who seems to be a target, seems too small to be a target, chips the ball back again. A poor kick, puts his teammate under a lot of pressure. Callaghan, Dirty Harry, gets the ball out again. Bang, caught high was Caven. And Peter Caven will take this free kick.
Unintentional too by Sean McManus.
Been run over by Tony Lockett, so Sean McManus won't worry.
No, like a feather duster. Comes across the ground, finds Hart, who looks towards Tyson on centre wing. Then Brook doesn't let him down.
He's had the compliment of Jason Norris being moved on to him too to try and...
Robran cops a solid one from Chisholm, bounces down in front of McLeod. Robran slow to pick himself up. He's in a spot of bother, I fear. We'll keep an eye on him as the Dockers defend. Comes to Dodd. And it came from Parker. He kicks up towards the centre of the ground. Smart was in front, couldn't take it cleanly. Bickley does the roaming work. He sends the Crows forward again. Down towards Costa and Co at half forward. Waiting down is Tyson. Overruns it. Wren is there as well. He goes again, trying to storm through his Rashudo. Wren gets it out. Bickley belts it further down towards Costa. It eludes him, however. Chisholm threw it out. Absolute throw. But in the end, the Dockers are going to clear. Gale gets it to Dodd, off to kick it, and he's away. Into the centre, Callaghan is there, and so too is his teammate in Anderson. Anderson has a look down towards full board, penetrating kick. The spoil was on by Bassett, pushed into the pocket as Bandy comes onto the ground. And it will be close to the boundary line in that right forward pocket for the Dockers, eventually about to take place.
Gale's gone off. He's had 14 possessions, but he's off the field.
It looks like Matthew Robert in that collision actually hurt his left leg. To be carried off by two trainers, call for them immediately.
So a chance for the Dockers. Ormond Allen did the ruck work. McManus the tackler. And they'll ball it up. Plays 16. And Kingsley Hunter just appeals for the ball. They'll toss it back in.
Jared Neesham running his two ruckmen now. Bandy is on the ground doing his ruck work now. Spider Burton the kick behind the play.
Bandy versus Wren. Wren sharked that time by Fletcher. Dodd he's had a bit of the ball for a youngster. Gets it back to Anderson. Quick snap. Bandy's got it.
He's a player who can play in that forward half without lacked any target, so his height will be handy. Daniel Parker's coming off the ground now, but Bandy has played at full forward, has had a couple of games at centre-half forward as well. So if you play that floating forward role, give him a target, give him something.
From point-blank range, he pops it through.
Telstra Big Pond makes it easy to do business on the internet. Let's say I sell shades. Using Big Pond, I put my product onto the World Wide Web. And I'm selling sunnies to anyone on the planet. I'm a multinational. I'm rubbing shoulders with the big guys. Big Pond Internet Services can make the net happen for you. It's easy. Just call 1-800-804-284. Big Pond, big possibilities.
Daniel Bandy gets his first, and the Fremantle start to build their score and close the gap. Still a long, long way to go, but let's see what they can do in the middle once again. Tyson, busy, off towards Wren, gets the call out the back. Had to be accurate with the hand pass. Bond gets a short little one up towards half forward. An opportunity again for Waterhouse. Pokes it wide to Wills, who's just come onto the ground. Can cover himself with glory as he chips over the top. And suddenly the Dockers are getting a couple they so badly need.
Confidence again to Spider Burton. He's made a hell of a difference when he's coming to the centre of the ground. The centre bounces, particularly in his work around the ground, has been very good, given the mobility of Wren and also Pittman. And it was his effort just to touch the ball and then here just tap it forward. There's a clever handball by Waterhouse too, just into the run of Wills. Didn't have to change step. Just a little bit of a, well, purple patch for the Dockers.
Well, full marks to the Dockers. They've beaten 3 goals in the second quarter. 59 now, plays 28. No doubt Spider Burton has made a difference at that centre bounce. I must only see him when he plays his good games, Roscoe. Because, you know, every time I've seen the Huntsman, he's been very, very good. Bond to centre-half forward, so another chance for the Dockers. Punched away this time at ground level. Been pounced on. Good play by the Crows, so they take the ball out. That was through Andrew Eccles, just playing his second game of AFL football. Here's the skipper, Mark Bickley. Rockets the ball over. Eccles once more straight away into the action. Goes to ground. Crows fans want a free kick, but they'll toss it back in. Eccles on screen, number 33. His first game against Geelong last year. So a chance for the youngster to impress today. Wren in the ruck. Bond goes to ground. Always fearless. Tough at the ball.
KB, let's go down to Curls for the latest injury news.
Yes, just with young Matthew Robin there. It's his left knee area. It's been slightly strained and they're just icing it down, but he won't take any further part in the game.
Wren obtains front spot, then goes in after it once more. But it's locked up on that outer side. Margin is now down to 31 points. So the Dockers most certainly...
They can pitch another one, Sandy, make all the difference.
Oh, my word. They've improved after at one stage trailing by over 50. Goodwin gets it towards Rashudo. He's claimed the ball spilled free. They take it close to the line. Luke Toy, you can see there, just come on to the ground. Callahan also. And Bond.
Has Luke Toy had an interrupted pre-season, Roscoe? Because last year with Callahan, he was a major
had a groin
player.
problem, yes. Groin operation.
So lacking a bit of condition?
Yes.
There's Norris wearing 25, Burton 24. Pittman 15 and Goodwin 36. Burton again with Pittman. The latter got a favourable throw in. Stuart Anderson, make sure he goes.
Quick change here. Bandy's coming into the ruck and Spider Burton going to predominantly centre-half forward now for a rest. You can have a rest at centre-half forward.
Well, 5.5 minutes to go in this half. And very crucial for the Dockers. If they could get another one at least now, they could set themselves up for a little bit of a challenge come the second half. What can Callahan do? He goes down towards Waterhouse. Caelan gets the hand pass away. He did look for the line, but he did it with some subtlety.
And provided you get a little bit of distance down the line, you'll always get the benefit of that.
Yes, if you keep hitting the ball forward, generally the umpire will give you the nod. Adelaide by 31 points. Rashudo had a good game. Hands and knees, Callaghan. Again, Bandy. Battled hard, taken away by Smart, who's been good. Just tumbled the ball back. It's been taken by Anderson. So the North Melbourne Premiership player has got it on centre wing. Kicks long towards centre half forward. Kingsley Hunter. Squeezed out of it, taken by Wills. Good tackle. Loses the ball. Allen goes to ground. They pile on top. Fletcher wants the free. McManus out to Bond. Can kick a goal. Chris Bond around the corner.
Good kick.
And the Dockers are coming back.
OK. Can you read the fourth line for me? P-O-K-T. Keep going, right to the bottom. O-T-Z-M-L. P-D-R-S-O-C. S-R-C-E-T-D-P. Good. Made in Australia. Printed by Jerry's Printing. Your watch is a Rolex. It's water resistant to 100 metres. But it's a fake. There's only one L in Rolex.
All my life, whatever I do. Particularly good goal scorer.
Just the fight back the Dockers fans need. 5-4 plays at 9-5. Bond has his first. The goal scorers this quarter, Bandy, Hunter and Andrew Wills, who came off the bench to kick one. So the Crows now are in need of a steadier. Trying to storm his way through as Andrew Eccles, a relatively good newcomer. He loses it, so too does Luke Toyer. Trying to chop his way clear is Toyer, and has paid the price. Eccles. And a half forward, picked up on the half volley, delightfully done by Mark Stevens, but the kick is high and wide into the pocket. No mark taken. Chisholm decides to leave it for his teammate. Kick it, then in turn goes back to Chisholm. He flicks it high, but he's flicked it too wide. And that has gone out of bounds on the full in front of the scoreboard here in Football Park. So the Crows are going to get a shot. Tight angle.
He is certainly a very casual player, Chisholm. I just wonder how he would go on the forward line, Roscoe, with that sort of uncanny ball-winning ability that he's got.
Well, it worked a bit for them last year and the year before on a couple of occasions.
Stevens to Rashudo. Left foot snap from a standing start by Mark Rashudo. Into the woodwork.
Because he could produce a bit of magic, couldn't he, on the forward line? One of those uncanny sort of players who does the unusual.
Dockers have outscored the Crows comprehensively in this quarter. There was a 7-goal-to-1 blast in the first. That set up the Crows lead. Catch-up football now for the Dockers for the remainder of the match. Stevens, 50 metres, 45 metres, low, wide and not pretty.
A couple of let-offs here for the Dockers. So a bit stiff for the bounce of that ball there in the contest between Pittman and Bandy.
Girls?
Actually, Roscoe called it well when he said Spider Burton has given Fremantle the players to look at the ball and ruck, and for some unknown reason he's been taken off the ground. I don't know why.
Red trying to flick it over the back towards the line once more.
Well, obviously they like to give him a bit of a breather. What's his preparation been as well, Roscoe?
Well, it's been okay. I mean, I agree with Curls. I was going to make that comment, but I thought, well, for balance, they'll probably say you can't afford to have him resting in the pocket. But
can he take a mark up forward?
We can.
Because they haven't really taken too many big grabs up there at the moment.
Bickley kicked as he's slung into the pocket. Bandy got rid of it fairly quickly. Rashudo, tight angle, a centering kick. Flick in towards Jarman. Couldn't quite accommodate the chair, but tackle was high. But a good smother by young Eccles. And he'll take the free kick. Was there a free from the end of the Dockers, Roscoe?
Well, I thought so, but I mean...
He missed the first one, Roscoe.
Stuart Anderson.
He's missed the first one, the young man.
Sounded pretty one-sided, but I think there's no question that was right. It's such a harsh penalty, like the one in the first quarter against Bandy with Wren. I mean, there was nothing.
Two changes for the Dockers.
Thank you, Curls.
There's two changes there for the Dockers. McManus is off and Dodd back on.
And is this the steadier for the Crows? They need one, and they have one.
How's this for a better idea?
A do-it-yourself shelf unit with guest Ernie Dingo.
You can fit a logie in there.
An extra delicious pastry treat, plus simple steps to growing sweet, succulent strawberries.
What a feast!
On Better Homes and Gardens, Tuesday 7:30. Then at 8, let the great outdoors whisk you off to the beautiful island of Malta.
In the middle of the Mediterranean.
Cruise you through the waterways of Sweden.
Oh, yes.
Then bring you home to a place where your family and nature become one.
In the great outdoors.
Tuesday at 8 on 7.
66 plays 34. And Andrew Eccles, nice moment for the youngster. His first goal in AFL football in just his second game. Pittman thumps the ball forward, taken this time by Anderson, gives it back to Kickett. Goes back towards the edge of the centre square. Toya back on the ground. Hart. So elusive. Hart to tackle. Is quick out of the blocks. Ball comes back. McLeod sets it up to Bickley, the skipper. Point of the square. Out in front. He's looking for Stevens. They'll toss it back in. Mark Stevens has kicked 2 goals. Both goals coming in the first quarter.
Big desperation there by Trent Carroll too. Just wanted to get in front of his opponent. Stevens that time just got the ball over the line.
So the Crows lead by 37 points at quarter time. They now lead by 32. And Callahan is coming off as well. And Matthew Klukas is going to come on for Fremantle. So ringing the changes from the bench. Looking for that little bit of extra. They can maybe peg back the Crows with a free kick. Going to Adelaide. You see the umpire there indicating he was held. So Pittman was shooting from just inside 50. You can see there quite clearly there was a free kick. David Pittman. Just can't quite bring it. 10-7-67, 5-4-34. Chisholm to bring the ball back. And he will get the hurry up from the umpire now. So Chisholm in 2 minds. Well, I'm not quite certain whether that was set up or not, but this is going to cost him a goal. He's going to chip across here to Sampson. And Sampson is going to kick an easy goal. He's already kicked 2, and you can see with Chisholm kicking the ball out, he gets caught in 2 minds. He just can't make a decision, Roscoe. And a fullback
for the other players too, KP.
But look, you've got to be a good decision maker to bring the ball back into play. And Chisholm, whilst he can be an exciting player, is an unpredictable player, but he doesn't make good decisions. Therefore, should not bring the ball back into play.
In this last 2 or 3 minutes, I know the previous one was a free kick, which shouldn't have happened.
So
2
Sampson,
goals here, Pesselby.
He's kicked his 3rd.
That hurt you. They had the ascendancy for the most part of this quarter. These last 2 goals have just allowed the Crows to push away again, extend their lead. Here's the indecision by Chisholm. Finds his target initially, and then Shane Parker looking to go over the top. The intercept.
Good play by young Nichols.
Steadying goals from Adelaide Crows, and the good work by the Dockers. The middle part of the term somewhat undone. 11-7 plays 5-4, almost back to the status quo. Trying to storm his way through was Fletcher, and he gets caught. He loses the football. Waterhouse gave a nudge at the back. The advantage is going to be paid. Five going fairly strongly behind the play. It comes towards Pittman. Tries to chip it forward to accommodate Nigel Smart. Beaten by Toya. Stolen by Luke Toya. Inside the last minute of this first half. His kicker's only short. Dodd is waiting down. Hand pass like lightning. Finishes with Bond. Came from under. What a smother. Rashido might make him pay. They go again. Still locked up. Vandy lopes clear in 2 minds. Eventually gives it to Wills from 51 metres. He bends it back with a long punting. Good goal by Andrew Wills. Second goal to Wills. Both coming in this term. it back to 33 points as the Dockers get their 6th.
It's a good finish by Wills, just his second kick. And Bandy, I thought, was going to confuse everyone, but the option ended up being the right one. Wills had plenty of space in front of him after a magnificent smother by Mark Bickley, the skipper.
He's had a pretty good game.
The Dockers were able to get the ball back.
Crows by 33 points. With just a few seconds to go in this second quarter, Bickley has had 18 possessions. What a smother that was across half back. Been quite an inspirational captain for the Crows. So Adelaide will go in at half-time with a 33-point lead, 11-7-73 to Fremantle 6-4-40. Certainly a better effort in that second quarter by the Dockers, but some wasted opportunities and some poor passages of play just towards the end of that quarter, Roscoe.
Well, no question they lifted their rating. There was more quality possessions, and they were presenting themselves far better. And no question, the dominance of Spider Burt in the middle gave their smaller players a chance to go forward with some pace and get some finish up there. And they had a couple of targets, but then in that last 3 or 4 minutes, the Crows were able to pinch a couple of goals back, which made the difference. But there's still a chance the Dockers, but it's going to be very difficult to see them pinching this game.
Let's see what they can do in the second half, though. Adelaide at the long break, 11-7-73, 33-point leaders. They were outscored in that second term by the Dockers, who are now 6-4-40.
Stay with us now for 7 nightly news, then we'll be back at Football Park for the second half of the Crows and Fremantle.
Monday.
I've asked Joe to marry me.
There's romance in the air.
Move over, Liz Taylor.
But it's not all going to go without a hitch.
Mum, Nick and I love one another. I'm having nothing to do with this nonsense.
The movie-length premiere of Heartbeat, Monday.
Easter's coming, and Truscott Hi-Fi are bouncing with bargains during their pre-Easter sale. Jump in for a Philips 5-speaker Dolby Pro Logic system. Leap in for this Sony Stereo VCR. Spring in for this Nexus 686-200 computer. Hop in for this Panasonic 14x zoom camcorder. And bounce right in for this Daewoo 51cm TV. Truscott's pre-Easter sale. Adelaide's lowest prices with 12 months interest-free terms.
Believe me, as a doctor, I know the roads out there are dangerous. And the more time you spend on them, the riskier it is. So if I had to drive a van for a living, I'd want a van that comes with an airbag as standard equipment. I'd want a van that comes standard with disc brakes on all 4 wheels. If I had to drive for a living, I'd want the Volkswagen Transporter.
Volkswagen Transporter. Drive it for a living and a saving from only $27,990 drive away.
Own the Crows' historic grand final win with a special limited release panoramic print captured in all its glory. The siren is about to sound as Smart rams the last kick home to goal. Phone 1-800-151-777 now. This MCG panoramic print is just $145 unframed or $245 framed. Every framed order will also receive this Faulkner Premiership printed football absolutely free. Phone 1-800-151-777 for your piece of Crows history.
Presenting the Stratco collection of Australian-made quality roofing in high fashion colour bond. This beautifully re-roofed cottage in traditional red with matching downpipes and gutters, a stunning Australian homestead with sweeping verandas. Next, an elegant townhouse looking superb in beige with contrasting green gables. And a lovely Federation villa in grey, just one of the many colours available. When you put on a new roof or you re-roof, insist on the Stratco collection.
Easter is a terrible time for your diet, but a great time for getting those odd jobs done. Bunnings is open every day of the Easter holidays except Good Friday for bargains like these. Leaf and lawn rake a bargain at $2.95. 4-litre spring fence coat from a low $9.95. 3-metre extension cord just $3.65. Universal smoke alarm $7.95. And Oates household broom a bargain at $4.50 with a chance to win one of 3 great travel prizes. Bunnings! Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Tonight, the hilarious all-new Home Improvement. 7th newest hit Dharma and Greg, then Academy Award winner Kim Basinger stars in the premiere movie The Getaway. This is 7 Nightly News with Narelle Hill and John Riddell.
Tonight, police get tough on Easter drivers.
What happens to the thousands of members of this burnt-out gym?
And that premiership feeling all over again.
Good evening. All Saturday night is the mother of murdered toddler Jaden Lesky getting married.
But first, the state government plans to get tough on drivers by introducing a double demerit point system on dangerous weekends. If an interstate trial is successful, State Transport Minister Diana Laidlaw says she'll consider bringing the system in here.
The state government is hoping to get some new ideas from a New South Wales Easter road safety campaign. Of particular interest, the doubling of demerit points during dangerous times.
All the states and territories are looking at the New South Wales experience.
But today, as part of Road Safety Awareness Week, the state government launched its own attack on dangerous drivers. Among its arsenal, this commercial.
It's got to be having a far bigger impact, and the message has got to be getting through far more thoroughly than it did in the past.
The number of fatal accidents may be up this year, but motor vehicle injuries are down. So the state government is convinced hard-hitting campaigns like this one work.
It's spending $2 million on education campaigns this year and is focusing on Easter, traditionally the most dangerous time on our roads. A wallet-sized smart card and information pamphlets are also being made available to drivers at police stations and state government offices. Karen Niddle, 7 Nightly News.
One of Adelaide's busiest gyms and indoor sports complexes has been put out of action for at least a month by fire. But despite the damage, operators of the Healthworks Centre have pledged to look after their patrons.
Fire raced through the Edwardstown complex late yesterday, with early estimates putting the damage at $500,000. The blaze started in this recently refurbished sauna and spa area, prompting the theory of an electrical fault. There's been a lot of work done on the centre lately, doubling the heartbreak for the operators.
I just devastated. I really didn't know what to expect.
The damage is substantial. I'm at a bit of a loss to guess how long it will take to actually repair.
The indoor sports complex is the busiest in the state, hosting hundreds of netball, cricket and volleyball teams.
I want to get it back up and running as soon as possible so that these people have got somewhere to come again.
Fortunately, damage to the gym area was minimal. The gym has a membership of more than 1,000. Management says it will keep them informed of developments and compensation for loss of use of facilities.
I asked them to be patient and let them know that, yes, we will look after their interests.
John Bock, 7 Nightly News.
The Sydney Olympics could be boycotted by several countries opposed to Australia's treatment of Aborigines. The warning comes from church leader and former Deputy Premier Don Hopgood, who says the federal government must address racism issues immediately.
As thousands of Christians around the country celebrated Palm Sunday, church leaders spoke of equality and reconciliation. Dr. Don Hopgood says Australia is increasingly being seen as a racist community by the eyes of the world, and he says that's a perception that could be harmful come 2000.
I'm no scaremonger. All I can say is that there are those people in the Aboriginal community who've already talked about a boycott of the Olympics.
Dr. Hopgood says this week's High Court decision, which gave the go-ahead for the Hindmarsh Island Bridge, has left Aborigines feeling lost and angry.
The government may well be going down a wrong track. That's the perception amongst the Aboriginal community. That's the perception amongst many people in the churches, and we seek some assurance.
He says the federal government must act immediately to put reconciliation back on the agenda.
Whatever the rights and wrongs of the ruling in the High Court this week, what is important is that the government makes a clear commitment to continuing reconciliation.
Jessica Sullivan, 7 Nightly News.
There's been a second dingo attack on Queensland's Fraser Island in less than a week. Last night a dingo grabbed a 13-month-old girl and dragged her more than a metre before her father rescued her. Last week 2 tourists were also attacked by native dogs. The Queensland government is now planning a review of the island's dingo management policy.
The mother of murdered toddler Jaden Lesky has angrily denied she's planning to wed the man accused of killing her son, but she's admitted he's given her a diamond ring.
No one was more surprised to see today's headlines announcing Belinda Murphy's engagement than Belinda Murphy.
She doesn't plan to marry him.
She can't speak for legal reasons, but the friends with whom she is staying were anxious to set the record straight.
Crap. The whole lot of it. It's just a load of crap.
It's this $1,200 ring worn on Belinda Murphy's left hand which sparked the speculation. Greg Domasevich gave it to her when she visited him in custody on Valentine's Day. Her friends claim it's simply a friendship ring. There is no engagement.
It's not the truth. And people don't see behind closed doors.
Sue Havis insists Ms Murphy has no future engagement plans either.
There's still a lot of mixed feelings there. They've got a very close relationship.
They claim she visits him only occasionally, while Mr Domasevich continues to write regularly from his cell. It's very late and I miss you a bloody lot, and I just wanted to tell you I love you. Greg Domasevich rang the Havis household from the Melbourne Assessment Centre this morning. According to his friends, he was shocked to hear that he'd become engaged.
People can believe what they want to believe. We know the truth.
Nicole Chavastek, 7 Nightly News.
Prime Minister Howard's given the strongest hint yet that he wants an early election. He's told a Liberal Party conference in Melbourne that he's prepared to take a big political risk.
For the Liberal Party faithful, a big tip from the Prime Minister that we could be getting very close to an election.
When the public expects those in government where necessary to take political risks in the long-term national interest.
The minister in charge of the government's native title legislation admits it's ready for an election if the Senate rejects the bill again this week.
We'll be doing everything as a government to ensure our re-election, and it is prudent, therefore, to be doing a lot of things now, whether the election is earlier or later.
If you go down the road that we are proposing, you're going to get an outcome acceptable to all sides, and you don't get this issue jammed in the courts for a decade.
But that court jam looks more and more likely all the time. Aboriginal groups have now started a fighting fund to launch legal action if the government's legislation becomes law.
We'll be looking at injunctions against mining leases or exploration leases that might impeach or impair or even extinguish native title as a result of this legislation.
Such a threat might lead big business to pressure the federal government for more compromise. In Canberra, Jeff Bruce, 7 Nightly News.
Coming up next, something fishy but fun going on at West Beach.
And the Crows get that premiership feeling again.
Tonight, 8:30, Academy Award winner Kim Basinger.
You were supposed to make a deal with him! The deal wasn't good enough!
Together with Alec Baldwin.
I trust you. Yeah, that came through for you.
And James Woods in an electrifying thriller. She made a deal to get him out, but will they pay the ultimate price?
Hell of a way to make a living.
Well, you should have married a dentist.
Heart-stopping action in The Getaway, tonight, 8:30 on 7.
Now there's a whole new plus to milk. New Whole Milk Plus from Dairyvale has a handy resealable top, which makes it easy to open and pour. Plus you can lie it down without the spills and without all those odours getting in.
Mom.
Plus, it has extra calcium, which is great for the whole family, because just 300 mils gives you half your daily calcium needs. New Whole Milk Plus from Dairyvale. Look for this great new milk in the great new pack.
Tomorrow only, Spotlight is slashing 15% off everything in all stores, including sale items. Yes, 15% off everything in all Spotlight stores tomorrow only. Plus, all stores are open from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. But you'd better be quick because it's on tomorrow only at all Spotlight stores.
Presenting the Stratco collection of Australian-made quality roofing in high fashion colour bond. This beautifully re-roofed cottage in traditional red with matching downpipes and gutters, a stunning Australian homestead with sweeping verandas. Next, an elegant townhouse looking superb in beige with contrasting green gables. And a lovely Federation villa in grey, just one of the many colours available. When you put on a new roof or you re-roof, insist on the Stratco collection.
If you're thinking Easter, you're thinking fish. And if you're thinking fish, you're thinking Barnacle Bills. Like a feast of succulent fish, tender and tasty prawns, or fresh calamari cooked to perfection. Satisfy the whole family with a delicious seafood platter. And though Barnacle Bills is open all Easter, even Good Friday, we're thinking you probably can't wait. Barnacle Bills, open 7 days. What a good idea.
At the Cornews, they're almost giving it away. The latest looks sizeable in 4 colours, half price. Wool blend Berber, 4 colours, heavy duty, 33% off. Heavy duty 80/20 wool plush pulp, half price, but only while stocks last.
4 Queensland fishermen are lucky to be alive tonight after being run down by a Japanese coal freighter. Investigations into the incident off Noosa are continuing, but the fishermen say the crew of the Eternal Wind failed to follow the road rules of the sea.
As if the terror of having their fishing boat sunk by a Japanese freighter 10 times its size wasn't enough, Mother Nature was hampering rescue efforts. Treacherous conditions forcing water police to circle several times. A rope ladder was lowered, the 4 crewmen flung wildly by 2-metre seas. All worried loved ones could do was wait.
All I could think of is that Damien wouldn't see his little boy when it was born.
At 8:40 this morning, the crew of the Melina T called Mayday. More than 7 hours later, they were reunited with family. Damien White was on watch and saw the Japanese freighter coming.
Before we could spin the wheel, it was just like they hit us on the port side of the boat. So obviously someone was asleep on their boat.
I was asleep. Bang, we got thrown out of my bunk.
The ship was definitely in the wrong.
They clambered into life rafts. 2 hours later, their vessel sank.
If the angle was any worse, probably could have chopped the bow straight off.
The crew left Mooloolaba on Tuesday. They were heading back to dock with a full load. They've lost everything except the clothes they were wearing. The incident occurred in international waters. The investigation will be handled by Canberra.
A metal detector has unearthed a bottle that could change Australia's history. If it's real, it could prove the French intended to claim a remote West Australian island and the rest of the nation long before anyone else.
It was found on April 1st, but historians are adamant this bottle is no Fool's Day joke. After the discovery of a precious antiquated French coin on Dirk Hartog Island several months ago, fortune hunters ventured again to the area. This time, prospector Bob Shepherd unearthed an old green bottle buried in 35 centimetres of sand and believed to be linked to a French land claim of large parts of Western Australia as early as 1772.
And it was just laying in the ground. When we first uncovered it, we thought it was probably a large brass object, but once it became apparent that it was glass, we called the archaeologists in and they excavated it in the proper manner.
Whether the bottle is authentic remains to be seen. The clue will come when the bottle is opened. If it's real, a parchment should be held inside, but historians are reluctant to meddle with the artefact before a professional inspection. Tests will be carried out on the bottle over the next few days. Emma Power, 7 Nightly News.
There was something fishy going on at West Beach today and thousands of young children were there to witness it. It was an open day for the South Australian Research and Development Institute's Aquatic Sciences Centre. Water creatures in all shapes and sizes were on hand for touching, and some of the unlucky ones were made available for tasting.
The Adelaide Crows have played their first home game of the season against the Fremantle Dockers, and their fans received a bonus. The club finally showed off its premiership flag.
Crow fans had a fair bit to celebrate today with David Pitman playing his 100th game, but this received the biggest cheer. The grand final took place back in September, but the fans haven't minded waiting.
Magnificent. What a magnificent sight.
This is just unbelievable. I just couldn't wait to get back here today, honestly. It's just great.
Crows Chief Executive Bill Sanders believes it's time to put the win behind them, but he still couldn't hide his delight.
We've said before, Chris, that we wanted to draw the curtain, but we are to the fans, and we can see now that it was the right decision. We're always going to do it, so fantastic.
Port Adelaide arrived home last night with their first win under their belt. There are no injuries to report, but Braden Lyle will front the tribunal on a striking charge. The most positive aspect of the win was the improved kicking.
I mean, Waverley's pretty much similar to Footy Park, so I can't see why, but maybe things fell into place for us today.
And now with more sport, here's Bruce.
Thanks, Narelle, and we're halfway through our replay of the Crows' first home game for 98. So if you don't want to know the final score, please look away now. Here are the first half highlights. Ormond Allen got a boot to it. It's down towards half forward. Oh, look at the roaming in the front of the pack by McLeod. Is this number 3 for the Crows? Yes! With dashing speed, gets a hand part of the way. Oh! Kick ricochets away. That was from Goodwin. It was well spoiled. McManus keeps it in the area. Gets the hand pass out towards Hunter. Hunter goes for goal and breaks the drought for the Dockers.
Well,
certain whether that was set up or not, but this is going to cost him a goal. He's going to chip across here to Sampson. And Sampson is going to kick an easy goal. So
Two
Sampson,
goals here, Pestley.
he's kicked his third.
At the MCG, Essendon had a big day out, thrashing St Kilda. Pocket dynamo Gary Moorcroft kicked 6. The Bombers always well in front, cruising home to an 89-point win.
A big Sunday crowd at the G, and while the Saints decided to go in with Robert Harvey, the Bombers exploded in the opening seconds.
Down towards full forward. Lucas goes back and takes the bounce.
Minutes later, and Mercury Crumfrey second, and Essendon was on fire. Heatley finally snared the Saints first, but the Bombers had the reply as Lucas outmuscled Winmar.
Rides a tackle from Winmar and kicks a goal.
The Bombers by 24 points at quarter time, and Harvey was struggling. Everett had plenty of touches, but was becoming increasingly frustrated. Adding to Spider's woes, Jimmy Hurd, who headed skywards.
And the mark is a brilliant one taken by Hurd.
And Lloyd simply added to the Saints' concerns as Essendon extended its lead. Somerville came off second best in a one-on-one contest with Lowe, while Hurd was forced off with a hamstring injury. Essendon put the game out of the Saints' reach in the third quarter, although they lost Barnard in an off-the-ball incident. Harvey was out of sorts as Fraser pounced, while Moorcroft was one of the Bombers' best.
Moorcroft! He's done it again.
An 89-point demolition, Buick putting the icing on the cake, making sure the goal umpire got it right.
Not often you see a player standing next to the goal umpire when the ball lands.
Saying we'll both do this one together.
The good things about it is that the administration and AFL's finally got it right that 4 on the bench is necessary to win 4 points. Because if you had 2 on the bench, we would be playing out there with 16.
And the Western Bulldogs have made easy work of Carlton at Optus Oval. It's normally the Blues' home ground, but this afternoon the Doggies moved in and made it theirs, winning by 56 points.
Forward. Early controversy at Optus, where Brad Pearce latched onto an out ball. The boundary umpire caught behind the play, and Silvani cashed in, Carlton racing to a 20-point lead. But its joy was short-lived as the Bulldogs bit back, reeling off 8 unanswered goals. Steve Kolonyuk found some space and bagged a brace.
Goal and back it through the middle, another one to the Bulldogs.
And the Bullies' big men are on top as well. Chris Grant and ex-Blue James Cook marking everything.
Taken 6 now. Well, aren't they tall up there?
The Blues midfielders were run off their feet trying to keep up with the Dogs, who had a 38-point lead by half-time. And they stretched that to 68 points during a third-term blitz, which brought Carlton to its knees.
He's got pace too. He races in.
Danny Southern's dash from defence, the icing on the cake for the Doggies.
45 metres, kicks a goal. Oh, you love this.
Grant capped a fine game with his 13th mark. The Dogs running out emphatic 56-point winners. And last night in Sydney, the Swans needed the last quarter to shake off the Brisbane Lions, but the home crowd got the Swannies over the line to keep their clean sheet for the new season. Dion Heyman, 7 Nightly News.
Coming up after the break, hockey, 500cc bikes and our Davis Cup teams, long day at the office.
That's it. Australia is out of the Davis Cup for 98, and here comes...
A young man dubbed the Lovable Rogue.
He's full of fun.
Now his mystery disappearance has baffled police.
People must know where he went that morning.
Help a mother find her son.
We just need to know.
Australia's Most Wanted, Monday on 7.
Impulse roller shutters want to keep their machines working 7 days a week. Big production means big savings from Impulse. Don't settle for outdated componentry. Impulse brings you the latest technology with shutters made to last. Factory direct and locally made means Impulse can beat any genuine quote on roller shutters. Impulse, the South Australian Shutter Company. Call now on 8371 2888. 8371 2888, 7 days a week.
It's Wabbit season. Big 150 gram Wabbit, just $2. And look at these 17 gram eggs, 10 for just $2. Unbelievable. 100 gram chocolate googie eggs, just $1.39. And 150 gram pack of solid eggs, just $1. 12 gram Easter eggs, 12 for just $2. Plush bunny in gift pack, just $2.99. And famous brand Easter cards, 49 cents each.
Come to the land where the legend was born. The home of your old friends, Baloo, Shere Khan, Bagheera, and Mowgli. The land where the adventure began. Where the untold story comes magically to life. Rudyard Kipling's The Second Jungle Book, Mowgli and Baloo, rated PG.
What time is it? It's time warp time! Okay, all you disco kings and queens, this is it! Time Warp the album. All your favourite hits from the 70s and 80s on one CD. A collection of original hits by the original artists, including Tainted Love, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and the original Rocky Horror Time Warp track. So now you can get Time Warp whatever time it is, and it's yours for only $19.95. Available at all Sanity music stores.
Tonight's Sports Report, brought to you by The Advertiser.
Welcome back, and Australia's out of the Davis Cup. The Black Brothers taking care of Mark Woodford, who replaced Pat Rafter, and Jason Stoltenberg in 4 sets. It's one of the biggest upsets in the competition's long history.
With Pat Rafter in the stands ill, Mark Woodford began his reverse singles in style, breaking in Game 1. But from there it went downhill, with Zimbabwe's Wayne Black taking the first 2 sets 6-3, 7-5. Black looked set for a whitewash at 4-1 in the third, but Woodford finally found his range to take the tiebreak.
What a comeback by the Aussie.
The fourth started like the third, except this time Black had learnt his lesson and held on to square the tie at 2-all.
Oh, he's missed the overhead and next to that.
Jason Stoltenberg carried Australia's hopes into the decider, but the first set against Byron Black escaped him 6-2. He bounced back in the second 6-3, and suddenly the crowd was in full voice. But like his brother Wayne, Byron steadied to take the next 2 sets, and Zimbabwe had upset Australia.
Australia is out of the Davis Cup for 98, and here come the Zimbabweans.
And the Adelaide Rams have also had a day they'd rather forget. All their Sydney critics would have enjoyed watching Penrith cruise to an easy 42-point win. The Panthers running in 10 tries. Next week the Rams play the Gold Coast at the Adelaide Oval. Later tonight, Adelaide City plays the Sharks at Highmarsh Stadium. Alex Tobin joins us now, and Alex, Adelaide derby's just like finals.
Absolutely, it's one of the most important games of the year, and added importance to us is to get a second chance in the finals by finishing second spot, so there's a lot at stake.
That's what I was going to ask you. The playoffs are just around the corner, so this is a match you really have to win.
Exactly right. We have to be into form come finals time, and everyone expects us to win this game because West Adelaide are out of the finals, but it'll be a very difficult game.
Now, a bit of speculation today about the coach, Johnny Niskahus's future. Has that unsettled the team?
I certainly hope not. Obviously, the players hear the rumours like anyone else does, but I think we're professional enough to concentrate on the job at hand and just make sure we win tonight.
Now, you've been around for a long time. Compared to some of the other Zebra teams, how's this one shape up?
It shapes up very, very well. I think, you know, with a bit of luck, there's no reason why we can't go all the way through the finals, and hopefully another grand final appearance would be great.
Spoken like a true skipper. Good luck tonight. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you very much.
And the Hockey Roos have won the Four Nations tournament at the Pines. Australia trailed 2-1 early in the second half. Claire Mitchell-Taverner scoring 2 late goals to get Australia home. The 36ers have lost to North Melbourne, and the Lightning are through to the semis. They'll play Sydney on Friday. And our netball teams both won. The Ravens beating reigning champion Melbourne Phoenix, and the Thunderbirds too good for Michelle Dendecker's Firebirds. And defending 500cc motorbike champion Mick Doohan's made a slow start to the new season. Engine trouble forced him to retire with 7 laps to go. Italy's Max Biaggi taking the checkered flag.
Michael Doohan's season started from 4th on the grid, but the action was all happening behind him as John Kaczynski jumped the start.
Who hits the front.
Max Biaggi's step up to 500cc level is already making huge waves. After losing the start, he quickly resumed the front running.
Oh, yes!
Doohan's hopes of winning a 5th straight title suffered an early setback when he found the dirt.
I don't believe it!
Meantime, Kaczynski finally stormed into the pits for his jump start penalty, ignoring several signs on the way in.
John Kaczynski, what do you mean I cheated at the start?
A 3-way tussle developed behind Biaggi. Doohan not involved, later retiring.
Doohan out. Nick Doohan out now.
Abe fell behind and eventually off his bike, venting his frustration at Alex Greville.
Oh, dear me, no prisoners taken.
But out in front it was Biaggi with a big win, his first at 500cc level.
An absolute fairy tale start to the year.
At Calder Park, Victoria's Cameron McConville opened up the new Super Touring Car Championship with a comfortable win. Not so cosy, New Zealand's Tony Newman, who hit the wall at the end of the main straight. Duro Sen, 7 Nightly News.
And finally, Adelaide squash player Dan Jensen lost to Jan Chicane in the semis of the British Open. In the women's, it's going to be an all-Australian final. Sarah Fitzgerald taking on Michelle Martin. And we'll show you highlights of Essendon St Kilda and the Western Bulldogs Carlton AFL matches from 10:55 tonight. Have a good night. Here's Jack.
Just before you go, how did you see that Davis Cup result today?
It's a bit of a shock, isn't it? Mark Woodford and Jason Stopberg both fought back, but in the end, the Black brothers from Zimbabwe, they stuck it out. They won.
Not expected.
Newt wasn't happy.
He wasn't happy. I saw
Twirling
him spit
moustache.
Well, what's the weather promising for the start of the working week?
Cheryl Lee will tell us all about it after the break.
Mate, you had a great career, didn't you? How many premierships? 4 and 4 9. Yeah, but to be fair, Humphrey B. Bear could have played in the premiership team at Hawthorn.
He did, at full forward.
Oh, that'll get back.
Oh, no.
Brutally honest, footy up close in the Advertiser. Don't miss the footy lift out every Monday and Friday for all the AFL and SANFL news, previews and reviews from the experts who are up close to footy. In the Advertiser, today's newspaper.
Be very, very quick. 150 gram chocolate wabbits, just $2. 60 gram chocolate wabbits, just 99 cents. Huge 350 gram chocolate googie, just $4.99. You can't beat that. 1.89 chocolate biscuits, $1.89. Train with 6 choc-coated marshmallow eggs, just $1.89. Chocolate cherry liqueurs are back, just $2. And 400 gram big box of chocolates, just $3.99. Fantastic.
If you're thinking Easter, you're thinking fish. That means you're thinking Barnacle Bills. But we bet you didn't think over Easter Barnacle Bills mouthwatering seafood platter came with a free Easter egg. Barnacle Bills open all Easter, even Good Friday. What a good idea.
Where to, Heather?
The Cornu.
Love it. 5,000 brand new rugs, half price. $12, $39, $99. Only $179. Now come and see who really sells for less than who.
This is the big one. Prices are sawn clean through during the big Stratco sale. It's a price massacre as factory seconds are slashed by up to half. And there's real bargains available on a big range of other products. Don't you miss out. This is the big one, the big Stratco sale. Head for a Stratco store near you while stocks last.
Any way you can.
The big sale. Stand by now for the exciting second half of the Crows Fremantle clash from Football Park, next on 7.
I can't see. Hello again. We had a magnificent weekend with lots of sunshine. Our top was 25 degrees at around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and our low was a cool 9 at 6:30 this morning. Currently it's 23 in the city. On our satellite picture tonight, you can see clear skies over our state, and there's still some thunderstorm activity over Darwin, and that cloud in the west should start to move eastwards and reach us by late Tuesday. We're going to take a closer look at that cloud now. You can see it is producing a few showers, but the rest of the bight waters are cloud-free, so tomorrow we're expecting another fine and sunny day. Well, there is a cold front on the synoptic chart. You can see it there. Now, that will pass over our southern coastal regions late Tuesday as that high moves further eastward out to the Tasman. Around the country tomorrow, fine in Perth and Alice Springs, a late storm in Darwin, mostly fine in Cairns, Brisbane, Sydney and down in Canberra, some early morning fog, then fine in Melbourne and fine down in Hobart. In our state, we had a cool start to the day with some early morning fog in the southeast, but the rest of the state was fine, sunny and above average temperatures for this time of the year. Tomorrow will remain fine, warm and mostly sunny right across the state, with temperatures ranging from a forecast 33 over at Ceduna down to a mild 23 at Victor Harbour. On our local waters, we'll have a perfect day for boating. We'll get northeasterly winds of around 5 knots with an afternoon sea breeze of 7 to 12 knots. Seas will only reach 1 metre later in the day. Well, in the city tomorrow, we'll have a fine, warm and sunny day. Our top will reach a pleasant 27 degrees after another cool night tonight of just 9. And Mount Barker down to a chilly 5 degrees. We're looking ahead, some cool nights forecast, and then Tuesday's top will reach 29 degrees, Wednesday showers and 20, and Thursday down to just 19 degrees. We'll join Norla tomorrow night for the latest weather details, and I'll see you again next weekend. Good night. Thanks, Shirley. Sounds like we've got one last taste of summer before winter sets in. Well, that's all we have time for tonight.
But we're taking you back to the footy. Bruce, let's go to Footy Park.
Thanks, John. Well, time to head back to Football Park for the second half. The Crows doing very nicely in the first and enjoying a very nice lead over Fremantle. They lead by 33 points. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Both sides coming out onto the ground for the second half here at Football Park, with the Crows leading at this stage by 33 points. There's Malcolm Blight and his coaching staff, assisted by Darryl Hart, John Reid and co. I would imagine they would be very happy with the first half of his side. Not so the Dockers and Jared Neesham, along with Stan Magro. Plenty of work to do there. Now, talking footy, a special early time on Monday night with our special guest James Hurd, who incidentally limped off the MCG at half-time, so he could be just relaxing on the couch with Bruce and the team. But just check those times, won't you? In Perth, it is 10:45. And so just about set for a start second half. Before we do, though, for his half-time report, let's go down to Curls.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy. Well, for the viewers that are watching, what we saw was a bit of a turnaround there in the second quarter when Spider Burton came on the ground. And as Roscoe said, he started to get some control in the actual ruck work and gave the Fremantle boys first look at the footy. And we started to see a little bit of penetration into the forward area of the Dockers. They kicked 4 quick goals. And for some unknown reason, I don't know why Jared did the move. He took Spider Burton off the ground. The Crows gained the ascendancy again and kicked those couple of late goals to get them back looking fairly comfortable. I think if you've got a player that can turn a game around a little bit, you leave him there and draining him of everything and try and keep that little bit of momentum going. That's not the case, and of course the Crows back into control now, but it will be interesting to see whether Burton takes his place at the centre bounce. We'll know that very, very shortly. Unfortunately, Matty Robran off the ground. He's had a terrible run of injuries, this boy, right throughout his career, and let's hope it's not a real bad one.
Thank you, Curls. Burton is in the middle, going to be up against David Pittman.
Yes, and Sean Wren's gone to centre half forward.
So here we go, as umpire John Harvey holds the ball aloft for the second half here at Football Park. Crows by 33 points. Let's hope the Dockers can really make a game of it in this second half and hit back hard.
Daniel Bandy's at full forward, alongside Kingsley Hunter and Sean McManus as the pocket. Daniel Parker taking up centre half forward, Waterhouse on a flank.
Pittman and Burton again. By keeping them apart as long as he can. A little aerial work going on. Once more, no one able to get it clear, with Adrian Fletcher doing the tackling on Kim Costa. So still in the middle. And still with the same pair doing the ruck work. This time it was won by Pittman. Kick it, couldn't take it. Tyson had a very, very good first half. He kicks down towards half forward. McLeod slaps it over the back. May get a chance for a teammate to go again. And this looks very dangerous. Tyson gets the hand pass clear. It goes in towards the pocket. This could be another one towards Sampson as he snaps across the face of goal. Shakes his head because he knows he's missed. 11-8 plays 6-4. Darren Jarman having a bit of a spell on the bench, Roscoe.
It was pretty quiet in that second quarter particularly, so compliments there to Shane Parker.
O'Reilly back into the lineup and so desperately needed. Kicks back towards centre wing and the mark is not going to be paid to Stevens, so it opens the door a fraction for Fletcher. Fletcher kicks long down towards the 50-metre line and a good strong mark taken by Kingsley Hunter. Now he kicked the goal in the second term. This time he opts for a centering kick to Dodd, who's right in front and 45 metres out.
Chance to post his first goal in senior football.
Yep. Dockers can get the first couple. This third quarter will certainly make it interesting, and they have got the first one.
Monday, 8:30, the new series of Heartbeat begins with a movie-length premiere.
I've asked Joe to marry me.
There's romance in the air.
Move over, Liz Taylor.
And not just for Nick.
You always did know how to flatter a girl.
Sounds like me. It seems the whole town has got wedding fever.
Is there something in the water around here these days?
But it's not all going to go without a hitch.
Mum, Nick and I love one another. I'm having nothing to do with this nonsense.
The movie-length series premiere of Heartbeat. Monday, 8:30 on 7.
So the Dockers drag it back to 28 points. And for a side that played so poorly for most of the first half, they're within striking distance. Fletcher has been very good. Wins a lot of the ball. It's a wild hand pass. Tyson, one of his rare mistakes, has been very good. Kicked off the ground by Smart. Still in the centre square. Smack bang in the centre of Football Park. Pittman gets the ball across to the Raging Bull. Here's Risciuto. Dodging and weaving does well. Still to Pittman. Back to Smart. They've got the number. Smart runs to 50. Can unload a big bomb. Nigel Smart. The distance is there. Good kick.
It's just the importance of having some numbers around the footy. When each Crows player got into trouble, he could look up and give the ball off. Even if the ball was spilled out of a tackle, there was still someone else there on the assist. Even Risciuto going to ground had some options there. Pittman, then back to Smart. And Smart just cleverly getting around Fletcher. A 55-metre goal.
He's been a great player, hasn't he, Nigel Smart? Wonderful player for the Crows.
Nigel Smart loves the long-running goal. That's his first for the day. 12-8 plays at 7-4. Burton in the middle, but it's Risciuto. Tries to take it out. It's left to his ruckman Pittman to do the job with a high kick up towards right half-forward flank. Little chip by Wren. With no distance whatsoever. And it goes to opposing big man Burton. The Spider. A chance to have a look downfield. Kick over the centre. McManus appeared to come off his head. Bond gets clear. Passes in towards the 50. Hunter goes to ground. This is going to open the door for the Crows once more. That's it. Smart combined. He goes back again. Danger now for the Dockers. Pittman. Back once more to Bassett, who's got right down the ground. Look out! Untidy play. Sees it land with Callaghan on centre wing. Gets rid of it quickly to Fletcher. Fletcher gets another one towards Kicken, but it's taken away by Nigel Smart. And passes okay into the centre to his captain in Beckley. Beckley spears the pass in to half-court. Doctor takes the mark. Plays on quickly to Chad Rintoul. Rintoul long in towards full forward. Fisted away by Greg Harding.
Great chase there by Stuart Anderson. And then a bit of an uncertain play there by Dale Kick. It was unusual for him. Just couldn't quite get hold of the footy. The ball turns over.
Chisholm goes short, finds Dodd. I don't think enough players run hard from behind for Fremantle. I think they can run down players more. I think too many of them stayed back. I think that's something they can improve on. McManus been playing around the forward pocket area, goes short. It's a one-on-one contest. You might as well kick the ball long to a contest rather than kick it short. Harding ricochets the ball back into his arms, goes wide. They'll pay advantage. McManus through the centre square, tumbles the ball forward. Wardhouse caught in front. Taven has the drop and takes the mark. Now on the break, Pittman runs hard for the wing. Should be held up by Kickett. 81 plays 46 in favour of the Crows. Pittman directing traffic. Goes short once more, looking for Wren out in front. That's a great kick. Didn't even have to change stride. So Wren pops it out in front once more. This is good play. Burton's got back. All right. Once he's on the ground, I reckon they look all right, Fremantle today. It's when he goes off that they seem to struggle. Again, Dodd, who's been pretty impressive. Anderson caught. Got rid of the ball, just shoveled it out. Going to ground was Fletcher with strength. Trying to work their way back to the ground of the Dockers. Here's Tyson. To Risciuto. Kicks wide, so the race is on. The space, Wills coming in hard as Chisholm, bang, crash. Some physical work now by the Dockers. Maybe they've gone up a cog. Very early in that first half. Fletcher still winning the ball, kicks back towards the half-forward line. Allen thought he might have been held on to. Waterhouse the tackler. Risciuto again picking up possession, Spain's the hand pass, comes back, goes short and finds Pittman. Wanted to go over the top. Got time, caught, dispossessed. Could be a turnover. It's a big play here for the Dockers. Caught, great tackle by Bond. Now they pay the advantage. Kick it, rockets the ball wide to Anderson, who can run through the centre square. Kicks the ball long inside 50. Kingsley Hunter, great mark by Hart, playing in front. Read it well. Tremendous defensive play. And now on the rebound, gives it to Allen.
Shane Allen is almost down to half-back. Looks up towards the wing position. Good through Copley as Rintoul has it for the Crows. Looks to put them inside 50. Bounces clear down towards McLeod. Look at him go. Andrew McLeod. That's why it's the Norm Smith medalist. Good play, Andrew.
The new quiet Mitsubishi Verada XI is a true luxury car. It has a full leather interior, automatic climate control, a 10-stack CD player, SRS airbags, and ABS brakes. It's also so aerodynamic that with a 3.5-litre 24-valve V6 engine, it simply flies.
Crows by 41 points. McLeod's good at 4. Lady Sampson's got 3 and Stevens 2. The multiple goal kickers, the only multiple goal kicker for Fremantle. Andrew Wills with 2 goals in that second term. Here's Costa with strength, gets the ball back out to Orman Allen. Around the corner, playing in front is Wren. What a player. Hard to imagine he's come back from two knee reconstructions. Star in the grand final. And turning it on again today from just outside of 50. Sean Wren, big bomb, a big kick, hits the post, and he's disappointed.
Yes, Stuart Anderson comes off for the Dockers and Jason Norris back on.
Chisholm again to bring the ball back. Made a monumental error in the second quarter that cost the goal. Can he redeem himself? So with the outriders, the Crows have put pressure on, and again, he captured to himself. Now, will it come off? Chisholm for a kick. And a free kick, and he throws the ball, that's 50.
No, it's against Carroll who came into Shepherd.
But he's thrown the ball down on the ground, so that's 50. So that makes an absolute certain, instead of being 12 metres out, he's on the goal line now.
Coming over into assist, and in the Shepherd just took the Crows player across the shoulder, which was Costa, who's coming to try and effect the tackle. Another gimme goal.
So Costa just bangs it through. 94 plays 46.
If you've got some big project ideas for Easter, make a start with these great buys from Mitre 10. The Makita 82mm planer is $179.95. Cyclone Gutter Guard only $1.95. Save $1. And the HPM 24-hour compact timer is just $8.50. Our expert advice and great range will help you get the best results on all your big projects. So drop into Mitre 10 today.
Mitre 10 out of 10 every time.
Well, the news appears to be getting worse for the Dockers at the moment, as Kim Costa kicks his first and Adelaide's 14. All but double the score of the Dockers. They have a 7-4 on the board. Let's see what happens this time out of the centre. Norris's hand pass. Well, it finishes up with Eccles. He kicks high towards half forward. No one able to take the mark. Norris is there. Wren uses the body. He needs assistance. Norris goes again for the Dockers, and somehow low to the ground he gets clear and gets through. Oh, much of fortune there as Bandy put up a telescopic arm and was able to pull it down. Dodd gives it back to him. Look out! Look out! Floats it clear. Caven comes charging forward with his opponent. Orman Allen steals it in the middle. Kicks wide towards left half forward. They've got a couple of options there, and it's taken by Rashudo. Centering pass is excellent. Peter Caven.
17 possessions to Rashudo.
Still a long way out, Peter Caven. Looking for 55 at least. But again, the Adelaide Crows threatening. Really going with the job. Caven, the left footer from almost 60. Well, it's not pretty off the boot. Just inside the line before going through. Red plays on. Reduces it high. Hangs his head. Leave it.
Got a bit of checking there by the towards the boundary line. He could have easily just snapped that goal.
What's he going to do this time? Scotty Chisholm.
Well, we're not quite certain, but he's gone short and he's found Bond. 95 plays, 46. For O'Reilly, the ball back. So kick it. They're best and fairest last year. Really plays a bad game. They're under pressure. In fact, the ball has gone over the line and they'll toss it back in.
Let's go down to the boundary and curls.
Well, we can see Darren Jarman getting some ice there on his left shin. Are you there, Curls? We'll catch up with Bill Curley.
You're with us, Curls?
Yes, I am. You there?
Yes.
Yeah, well, first kick out in the centre of the ground. He jarred his shin and he's off the ground resting.
Do you think he'll come back on, Curls?
Well, they say he can be used if required.
Harding goes wide, so a transfer of play to O'Reilly. Just pops it out in front. Again, not a good kick. Goodwin just slaps the ball over the line. 95 plays 46, and there's Darren Jarman. Just zipping up the top. Looks like he's in for a restful afternoon. O'Reilly versus Wren. Wren just thumps the ball forward, gains an extra 10 metres. Wren once more will do battle with O'Reilly. Some pushing and shoving. Goodwin read it well, couldn't take it. Good hands by Dodd across to Fletcher, who's battled hard to Gale. He's had a lot of the ball. Again, pops it out in front and finds Pickett, who is caught. Smart did well.
He was pretty much going to be a pick there. He was definitely hanging on to the umpire. Look at the umpire right in front of that, dispossessed. Probably trying to square the ledger.
So a bounce. Pittman tries to push it wide to accommodate Tyson. Callaghan attempts the steal and is almost successful. Bond's kick is high in towards half forward. Caven got a fist to it, but then is very quick to recover. And it does well. As he gives it across to Nathan Bassett, spears it in towards Rashudo in the middle. Danger signs go up again as Eccles streams down the ground. McLeod does the shepherding. He wants Eccles to go on with it. Not a good kick by the youngster. No mark taken, but McLeod! McLeod again! It's too easy. He looks towards goal. And has he kicked it? Yes!
Well, he made that look positively easy, Roscoe. When you're in form, aren't you? When you're hot, you're hot. Yeah, what's happening here? The three umpires are now conferring. Andrew Will saying that there must have been a free kick played or something's happening to disallow the goal. Or yes, they are.
Well, there's some drama here at the moment. I don't know if that goal is going to be allowed or not. We'll wait and see.
It's going to be cancelled.
So the goal is cancelled. Can you think of a reason why, Roscoe? Mobile free to base?
I can't. Andrew Wills ran up to the umpire and said something. Unless it couldn't have been touched.
Well, if there was a free kick back in the play, you'd bring the ball back. I mean, they've actually paid a score. Not a score, they've paid a free kick to Chisholm because they cancelled the score, didn't they? Well, the mystery. Curls might be able to find out for us.
In the meantime, Bond takes the mark. Would it have not been a goal?
Well,
then it's a point, isn't it?
Then it's a point, because the only way that could have happened is if it was touched. But then...
Anyway, let's get back with Adrian Fletcher. He runs through the middle after taking it from Norris. Fletcher looks toward the forward line and Waterhouse takes the mark at the back. Who did kick it? Because who did kick it, actually?
McLeod kicked the umpire, John Harvey's just walked over and McLeod is just explaining what's happening now.
He's ruined our book, Roscoe. We've got to cross it out.
I haven't put it down yet, so I'm lucky.
Okay, Waterhouse. Not a difficult angle to climb. He booted 5 last week. He got an early goal today. This time he's gone across the face of goal. For the moment, it's 1 behind.
might be able to ask the emergency umpire down the boundary line what the situation was then, because it's a bit of a mystery to us up here in the broadcasting box. Rintoul, who spent a lot of the game on the interchange bench, goes short, finds Tyson, having a good game from the half-back flank up towards centre wing. Coming out in front is Costa. Some rebound football. They've always got the numbers though, the Crows. Even when they make a mistake, they're smart. Who's been outstanding to Pittman. It's on the half-forward line, out in front, and Allen's got it. So 5 goals in the grand final last year, 3 of them from half-back, in the move that I think took everyone by surprise in the grand final. He lined up at full forward and kicked a couple of big booming goals early on. Rintoul is a long way out from goals. He's a good 65 metres. This would take an absolute thumping kick. So he'll just lob it towards the front of the square. So it's a chance for the high flyer. Coming out is McLeod. Didn't even have to get off the ground.
That's disgraceful. Call play on.
Now McLeod stands and delivers and has missed.
Tell you what, there's a few spectators down there with Andrew McLeod went for that footy. That's
Scott Chisholm to bring it back into play. News of the Davis Cup from Mildura. Jason Stoltenberg has tied it up after taking the second set. So Stoltz grimly hanging on for Australia in the deciding rubber. Chisholm comes towards half-back. Kickers! What a fly! Mark of the day material. As he kicks towards centre wing and he finds Bond. He looks in towards the centre, but they're going to pounce on that. Not before Bandy takes it. He gives it to the running Andrew Wills. Wills is on 50 now, gets the hand pass away to the left footer Callaghan. Callaghan from a standing start. This is long and high, but there's near anyone home. Mark taking the last line of defence by Nathan Bassett. 21-year-old. Some time with the Melbourne Reserves and also the Norwood Football Club. Finds Goodwin. Still in the back pocket. Flat-looking punt kick towards Pittman. Couldn't quite get it on the half volley. Has pushed it down to accommodate Eccles. Kicks into the centre. Rintoul can set something up here. The hand pass wasn't pretty, but Bigley's equal to the task. Goes down once, gets up again. Back to Rintoul. He'll be keen to make a in from 50 metres. Goes for goal, and that is a goal.
Leader's blown out now to 56 points. Just over 6 minutes of action left in this third term. Pittman just lumps the ball. A good 25 metres running onto it is Orman Allen. Overruns the ball. O'Reilly had it knocked out of his hands there by Wren. Taken by Wills. Just rockets it wide to Bond, who under pressure kicks the ball back towards the front edge of the centre square. A lot of high flyers, a big pack of players. The Crows just keep forcing it forward. A great take on the half volley by Costa. Risciuto kicks the ball wide to space. Wren just ambles to the ball, crashes into Parker. Taken by Rintoul. Loose ball. Eccles playing his first game. He's kicked the goal. Capped on by Wren. Clever play. Back to Rintoul. The numbers again. They've been forced backwards. This time Risciuto finds Costa. 60 metres out. Kicks the ball deep into the forward line. Big pack of players. Sampson runs in. Bangs it through. He's kicked forward.
Yes, Raheem McLeod in that forward half has just been outstanding. Their pace and their ability to get on the overlap and be around the people on the pack's form and precision kicking. It's been numbers all day for the Crows. They've had players when they're in trouble, had plenty of support. They've run to assist. Look at this. It could have been here. It could have been McLeod as well, but doing it pretty easy now, the Crows.
Crows cruising into goal on that occasion with Sampson getting his
goes fourth. 16-13 plays 7-5. Bandy doing the ruck work in the middle once again with David Pittman. They might be asked for a repeat performance. Disappointing quarter though as far as the Dockers are concerned. They've added just 1 goal, 1, and Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 6. And a lot of the football, Tyson has been very good. He's away again, going up towards Ellen at half forward. That goes over the top in towards the pocket. Defending is hard. Gets it over towards Chisholm. Handled like a hot potato to O'Reilly. Put him under undue pressure. Shane Ellen may make him pay the ultimate price. Gets it towards Rashudo. He needs assistance. Bickley a standing start. Should be a goal. Wide and off target. They continue to pepper away. 110 plays 47.
On Today Tonight.
Judge, I don't want to go to jail.
Blondie's back.
Don't make it so sorry.
From jail.
2 months I had it hard.
A year inside for drinking and driving.
I still don't think I should have been locked up.
She missed her kids.
They said Mum's not a bad person.
But has she learnt her lesson?
I can't promise that I won't drive for 5 years.
Plus how much caffeine's in your kids' soft drinks.
It is a drug and you do get addicted to it.
The manufacturers won't tell you, but we will. That's this week on 7.
17-14, 116 Adelaide, Fremantle 7-5-47. And a Bandy in the ruck against Pittman, taken away by Toya. Tumbles it forward, and there's a good mark by Bassett. It's a likely time. With Jamison on the sidelines, gets his opportunity. Kicks the ball wide, up towards between wing and half forward, looking for Tyson's had a big game. McLeod, been a star with 4 goals. Again at ground level, Tyson with strength, just brushed off his opponent. Bassett gets the ball back to Caven, goes to Hart, goes short, and finds Wren. Got plenty of runners. Wren out in front, too much carry on the ball. Carroll has got Allen to beat, takes it over the line. Well, I said earlier in the game, Roscoe, that I wouldn't have Chisholm kicking the ball.
Put him down forward?
I'd actually have him down forward because he can do the unpredictable, as we mentioned. But I just don't think he makes enough good decisions to kick out. And I think in this day and age with the outriders and sides putting pressure on the fullback and the umpire coming in saying, listen, you've got to kick it now, I just don't think at this stage of his career that he makes enough good decisions to then decide how to bring the ball back into play. You've got to be really a specialist there. Maybe Anderson, who did it for North Melbourne, might be a guy that they might be able to bring up to speed as far as that
or even
particular part. Yes, someone like that who seems to be very cool under pressure, makes good decisions. Here's Norris coming away from the half-back flank. He's a ball carrier, sets it up, got some good run through from Toya. Goes short, back to kick it. And again, Toya down, and this is better play, and it's been marked by Parker.
Was the player who did it predominantly last year well for them is Andrew McGovern, who was named as an emergency
today. In fact, I called Toya, it was Clucas.
Andrew McGovern not playing at the moment. Here's one option they had.
So Parker, yet to kick a goal. Just a set shot in the first quarter. From just inside 50, this looks a better kick. And a much-needed goal.
I think it's also a bit of concern, Kev, which you people wouldn't have seen, but those in Perth would have, was that after last week's game, Scott Chisholm had an interview during the week on 7 and just suggested to quite a few that he's back in form. He's the one that, the Prince is back, so he thought he played pretty well last week. He had a solid game, and so now to play like this today, the attitude isn't good.
Goal number 1 to Daniel Parker with just a couple of minutes remaining in this third quarter. 116 plays, 53. Kickett couldn't take it out of the centre. Parker, Wills, long hand past the half forward, but it's all Crows. Rintoul waits down, then flicks it round the body to Rashudo. Gave it away a little too quickly, and Kickett, however, couldn't take the hand pass. May pay a costly price, but it's a good tackle by Kickett to hold that ball up and force a bounce. By John Harvey to officiate.
Oh, I just bounced the ball.
You're getting a little bit
Don't get too
there,
frustrated, Roscoe.
Roscoe.
I mean, I know the margin's huge, but the game goes on. Costa to half forward. Around the juggler. Not paid. Chisholm's away. Draws the play, but the hand pass is not good. Tidying up was Dodd. Good smother on the kick. Callahan takes it out of the air and marks just forward of centre. Great Callahan goes wide towards Wills. Smart is there with him, the two chrome domes. Bandy doing the roving work in front. Goes back towards Wills again, who's right on the 50 in front of the scoreboard. Keeps it in play, goes onto the left foot, a centering pass. Straight onto the chest of Chad Rintoul. Rintoul defends, he's got Hart in the other pocket. Comes wide to the half-back line. To the open spaces, but the ball will sit for Eccles. He's going to need help as he's taken to the ground. And goes again. So too does Bond. Off to Parker, back to Norwich. Looks for the centering hand pass. Going to be okay. To Fletcher. They're going a roundabout way. They're still a long way from home. This is Matthew Klukas. 65 out. Spearing pass again. Chopped off by Hart.
6 marks to Hart. Really beaten. Looks for Rintoul. It's on the half-back flank. 116 plays, 53. The siren sounds to end. A very good third quarter for the Crows. 17-14, 116. The Fremantle's 8-5, 53. So the Dockers kicked 2 goals in that quarter to the Crows 6. And unfortunately, it was a mistake. Well, riddled again.
Yep, no question. It just mirrored the first quarter, Kev, where they really didn't do anything right at all. Some of their decision-making's been very, very poor. Their execution of hand and foot skills, the same. And I just don't know what goes through the mind of some of the players. They're just not prepared, particularly the defensive half, to match up. And then, particularly in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter, when they went forward 4 or 5 times, 3 or 4 times specifically, they just squandered opportunities for a lack of discipline.
So at three-quarter time, Roscoe, Adelaide looking to go on with it 17-14, 116 to Fremantle, 8-5, 53.
Tonight, 8:30, Academy Award winner Kim Basinger.
You were supposed to make a deal with him! The deal wasn't good enough!
Together with Alec Baldwin in an electrifying thriller. The Getaway, tonight 8:30 on 7.
10 out of 10.
If you've got some big project ideas for Easter, make a start with these great buys from Mitre 10. The Trojan Garden Master axe or plot splitter are just $20 each. The McCulloch petrol chainsaw is just $289 with a bonus. And Dulux Wash and Wear 101 comes with a bonus spray and wipe. Our expert advice and great range will help you get the best results on all your big projects. So drop into Mitre 10 today.
Mitre 10 out of 10 every time.
There's this sort of whistle coming from under the bonnet.
A whistle?
Yeah.
What, like...
No, it's more...
Oh,
Yes, that's it.
Seems to be the problem is.
Well, it, well, you know, kind of squeals.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you got to slow down and,
Yeah.
well, it goes...
Well, that's a squeal, all right. Sounds like brakes. What I'd like to...
UltraTune, in tune with you and your car.
Australia's #1 light truck comes with real truck power. Fast takeoff speed, plenty of grunt up hills, increased comfort of handling. The truck power and car comfort to get the job done. Quicker than you thought possible. The new Isuzu light truck range. Catch one at your Isuzu dealer today. Reliability is everything. Isuzu Trucks.
Here, you either play music, listen to music, or move to Utah. Billy got kicked out of music school. That's kind of why we hired him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes daylight seems out of place here, but it does let you get some sleep. There's no better place to be exactly who you are. Drop by sometime. Jack lives here.
When you need a pro who knows the facts to fix your vehicles, electrics on the road will get you back. Fuel injection, diesel batteries, tune-ups and air, the perfect solution for everyone out there. Who can you trust to do all that? Call your local Bosch bloke. He knows.
Call 1-800-060-060 for your nearest Bosch Automotive Service dealer.
Call your local Bosch bloke. He knows where it's at.
Telstra Big Pond makes it easy to do business on the internet. Let's say I sell shades. Using Big Pond, I put my product onto the World Wide Web. And I'm selling sunnies to anyone on the planet. I'm a multinational. I'm rubbing shoulders with the big guys. Big Pond Internet Services can make the net happen for you. It's easy. Just call 1-800-804-284. Big Pond. Big possibilities.
A young man dubbed the Lovable Rogue.
He's full of fun.
Now his mystery disappearance has baffled police.
People must know where he went that morning.
Help a mother find her son.
We just need to know.
Australia's Most Wanted, Monday on 7.
6 goals, 17-14. Plays 8-5. Major goal kickers, well, it's Clay Sampson and Andrew McLeod up forward that are doing plenty of damage. Each has 4. Stevens has 2. It's Mark Stevens for Adelaide. And the only multiple scorer for Fremantle is Andrew Wills. He has 2. Now, other matches being played today. One is at the MCG between Essendon and St Kilda. For replay purposes, if you don't want to know the score, look away now, because to the Beatles... So that brings us up to date with the other 2 matches at the MCG and also at Optus Oval. Let's go down to the boundary line. I'm wondering, firstly, Curls, you've been able to clarify that situation. When is a goal and when is it not?
Yes, well, the Fremantle players claimed it was on the wrong side of the post, on the behind side, and the umpire conferred with that, and that's why it was cancelled. With a point, not a goal. O'Reilly off the ground for Fremantle. Interesting point here. Can Fremantle finish this game off, or are the Crows going to really whip them?
Yes, thank you, Curls. And while you were chatting, we just had a look at that kick, and it was on the wrong side of the goalpost. So here we go into the final quarter at Football Park with umpire Tim Shearer. 116 plays 53. It's Pittman up against Bandy, the former Windsor. Bickley has been busy today. He couldn't take it on that occasion. So too has Tyson, who's done very well. McLeod tries to form a path for Wren. Tyson again goes forward. Look at this. Sampson is the danger man, and so too McLeod. He's a real racehorse. Goes for Sampson as McLeod tries to do the shepherding and runs out of room eventually, but it's down into the forward pocket. There are the 2 young men who've done so much damage. 8 goals between them. There's Scott Chisholm. He's also had his moments today and his problems. Nevertheless, play goes on as Hart overruns it. Bomb picks it up and kicks towards the centre wing area, but no one home. The mark taken by Bassman. Back to Hart. Goes short to Caven if he likes, and does that right on the interchange area. Another one to Costa. Back to Caven. Into the wide old start by the Dockers, and not so for Sean Wren as he just floats in front of the pack. The umpire, he's got to go back and kick over the mark. Sean Wren will do that. Been busy in the air, 8 marks, 9 hand passes, 6 kicks. Short to Shane Allen. 45-degree angle for Ellen, and probably about that distance from goal, or kicking from probably 46. Starts at left, going just for that extra distance, and it's belted over the line by Greg Harding, conceding one behind.
Adelaide by 64 points. They lead by 33 points at half-time and 37 points at quarter-time. So they've always been in control. Callaghan from deep in defence kicks the ball back to Bond. He's been one of their goers today, along with Fletcher. Off the ground this time by Carroll. Started the game at full-back. Caught high was McManus. He's got the free kick. He's on the edge of the centre square, centre wing. Parker makes a lead. It's been honoured. Drops short. So a chance for Clucas. He rockets the ball back to Callaghan. Outside of 50. So it's a poor kick, comes off. Ricochets off the hands. Stevens to Risciuto. In the shadows of the stands. And Tyson just pumps the ball back to the wing. Kickett's in front. He's got Render beat. Bondle in support. Clever play by Render. Smart. 65 metres out, kicks the ball deep into the forward line, looking for the free kick. Was Eccles, couldn't get it. Parker's got 2 to beat, paddles the ball long, then rockets the ball back to Chisholm, shovels the ball out, still didn't actually hit his teammate on the chest with it. Now it's a wild handball, they're under pressure, they're floated, slapped on. McLeod spurted 4, maybe a bit of magic, pulls a rabbit out of the hat. Now you see him, now you don't, now
Down there, if he wanted him, he's got a couple of them. It is a rattle down there in defence at the moment as Ellen takes the mark. Shane Ellen, 40 metres out. He shoots for goal. They lock it behind, and that's why. So Ellen gets his first. He decides that he'll get in on the action as well. And all of a sudden, the Adelaide Crows are working on a bit of percentage, Roscoe.
Well, that's something they can certainly do in this quarter, Sandy. The evenness of the competition the last year or so, and it's bound to be that way again this year. Percentage can be so very important, and these are the opportunities you must take when the game blows out like this.
Well, a chance for a big percentage boost here for the Crows. 19-15, 129, 8-5, 53. McLeod's booted 5, Sampson's got 4. They've been the stars up forward. Again, out of the centre square. The whistle is gone. It's coming back. It's going to Costa. So Kim Costa, another Crow, has come back from major knee surgery. Kicks the ball, looking for young Eccles out in front. Tyson. McLeod. Tied up by Harding, but the whistle has again been blown, and Tyson will take the free kick. Played a handful of games with Richmond, then resurrected his career over here in the Sandful. Been given a second chance by Malcolm Blythe. Certainly hasn't let him down today. This is his 19th possession. He's had 5 marks and going for his first goal. It's starting to bend back, and there's the big grab of Wren. Had a great game.
The umpire pushed him out behind the boundary line. Which happened to Tony Lockett last night. He's always having to kick from behind the goals.
Well, Sean Wren has already kicked a goal. Still fancy he'll come out a bit, Roscoe.
He's got Parker there on the outside forming the arc.
Just at the last moment, just makes a little bit of space.
Yeah. 77 points now, the margin. Still some 15 and a half minutes remaining. Pittman and Bandy. Now at the back, Lucas is ripped into the ground by Costa. Illegally, said the umpire. So Matthew Clucas, the 19-year-old from East Fremantle, gives it away to Bomb.
from the centre of the ground. He floats it high. Bassett also floats high in front of the pack. Unable to take it cleanly. Callaghan had one attempt. Will go again. Loses it. Parker over the top.
Just a handball, I hope, Sandy.
Bassett at the bottom with Callaghan. Luke Toyer in there as well. McManus too. It is untidy football going on at the moment. Bond may steady it down with some form of score, and he has done that.
Park unfurled the premiership flag. It's starting to just flutter in the breeze in the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. Just remind everyone of their great win last year. Costa, a fresh air shot. Fletcher just shoveled the ball out to McManus. Fed it off to Anderson, who kicks the ball along to centre half forward. There's Hart with that big fist away. Hunter didn't hit the ball hard, receives it, goes short, looking for Parker out in front. He's got Stevens to beat, who kicked a couple of goals in the first quarter, now finds himself in defence. The free kick is going to Waterhouse.
Sorry, Waterhouse went to ground, and then was it Caven came over the top. He just struggled to get the footy. Watch this. Waterhouse goes to ground. Caven over the top. Oh, okay.
Got him in the head.
Got him in the head, so free kick. He looked a bit soft early.
Looks like is that Kingsley Hunter coming off.
Yep.
And Spider Burton is back onto the ground.
Zimbabwe leading 4-2 in the third.
Clive Waterhouse going for his second goal, and he's happy with it.
Sorry, KB, just keeping people viewers up to date with that score in the tennis.
One set
all and 4-2. Black leading Stoltenberg in the third. Now 5-2. So that was a quick game.
Quick set. Quick game.
5-2, but Australia again in trouble.
To see this again. His partner was in front there. Waterhouse goes to ground. And the knee to the head gives the free kick.
So the Dockers have their 10th, courtesy of Clive Waterhouse, who now has his second. 130, plays 65. Exactly half as Pittman wins it, but who can take it away out of the centre? Good smother. It's going to be left to Chad Rintoul. Passes up towards Wren. He's been excellent, hasn't he? And what about this man? McLeod. Chisholm now. Wills, tucked in the back pocket, goes towards Bond. Thought about playing on because he noticed Adrian Fletcher down the ground, but elects to go back inboard towards Shane Parker. Good crowd here today. 40,602 in attendance. I'm sure most of them will be staying as Anderson kicks in towards half forward once again. Big pack of players. Bursting through is Clive Waterhouse. He's kicked a couple. There's been a whistle. Advantage is being paid. Waterhouse's kick is away to the right and one behind. Yes, 40,602. So very, very good attendance on this Sunday afternoon in Adelaide.
Just under 13 minutes of action left in this final quarter. Bassett to bring the ball back into play. 130 plays 66. Bassett flicks to go along. That's a great kick. He's picked out Rintoul.
Look at Smart.
And Smart has made plenty of ground. Just casually takes a bounce. Then bombs the ball long, looking for Allen out in front. Couldn't take it on the second grab. Looked like he was held. And he's got the free kick.
Yeah, it's Nigel Smart's been able to sneak away like that all day and just create something through the midfield and run and just give his forwards a chance. Just dropped his head the last minute, did Allen, but then got the free kick.
Well, he's going for his second goal and the Crows' 20th. So Allen from close in pops it through.
20 now to Adelaide. 2016 plays 10-6. Burton and Pittman again doing battle on the ball. The Crows have just ripped it out of the middle all day. They've been quite merciless. Down towards Allen again. The meat in the sandwich. Wren will do the roving. Flicks it back to accommodate Sampson. Back to Wren. He may have to go again. He does to Sampson. He's on the boundary line. This will be a great goal if he kicks it. Chips away. Oh, if you don't fight.
Well, a good thing in just the awareness of Sean Wren to know where his teammates were. I wonder if he hadn't kicked that with his body, would have taken him off for not centering it.
I don't think Malcolm Blight would take him off for not centering the ball. I don't think Malcolm felt that he should have been taken off as he took it from the ground. I think Malcolm always thought it was a pretty good goal. And at the time, North badly needed a goal. Fletcher battled hard, hand pass again, didn't really hit a target. They haven't got the runners to help, so there's a few lone hands out there for Fremantle today. You see Tyson just paddling the ball long. Finally, it's taken over by Fletcher, who made good ground.
Down to the boundary, Curl.
Yeah, a very important stat, this one, Sandy.
Yes, Phil.
24 interchanges, Fremantle, 3 to the Crows.
Well, you
and
can understand that.
One of those was forced through Rockland, so that's a good indication.
You can understand with Fremantle, Jared Neeson would be pretty disappointed with his efforts.
We haven't heard from him for a while. That's what he's been working out down there.
So Spider gives it to Toya, looking for Clucas. Good ground made by Goodwin. Clucas does well. Kicks the ball long. So a chance for Bandy from behind. Works his way to the front. The numbers win out again. McManus caught Goodwin, but thought he had it, lost it. Bond battles his way through. He's already kicked two. This could bounce through. Wrong side.
It's been good value, Chris Bond, in his opening 2 games for his new club.
Well, he's had 26 possessions today and he's taken 5 marks and he's kicked a couple of goals. So along with Fletcher, the 2 new imports, Fletcher also 26 possessions and 4 marks. They've done a pretty handy job today.
Bickley to Eccles. These 2 have been very handy too.
It's a prospect, Eccles, isn't he? First game.
Yep. One he won't forget for a while because they're going to record a very big win. Tyson off to Rashudo. The Roo ducked his head, then does the shepherding work as he gives it back again. And that's a tired kick. Straight up in the air and down again, and the mark taken by Fletcher.
He's been a maligned player, Fletcher, over his career, hasn't he? People say he's too slow, he's not a penetrating kick, yet he just keeps on winning the ball and winning the ball. He gave great service to St Kilda, terrific service to Brisbane.
Geelong was down there too, wasn't he?
Yes, he's there. That was his first club.
David Pittman taking a good catch in his 100th game.
He's on the defensive side of centre, and the Crows, I think, are about to make their 4th change for the day. Coming onto the ground is Tyson Edwards.
David just might be the most improved player in AFL football from last year. You know, and coming through and what he's done again today.
Tyson, after that tired-looking kick, is off. Norwich comes wide towards Wills. And he's got about as much room to move as his famous namesake, the Explorer. He finds Callahan, who's down on the left half-forward flank. Centering kick by Callahan. Where are the high flyers and who's at the back? Now, there's been a push. I think it's going to go the way of Daniel Bandy.
Yes, in Nathan Basson going for that mark, just with his body, interfered, not with hands, just interfered with Bandy. Pushed him forward. See this? Just pushed him forward. It was a bit of an iffy one.
Bandy kicked one at this end. The second quarter. And he has now added to that.
So what do I do?
What is it? Bailey's Irish Spring, $26.99.
Crown Lager, $11.99.
Cherry wines, $11.99.
Jack Daniels, $30.99.
The bells. $23.99. Now, how's that for value? Cans of EB, $25.99. Subaru champagne.
$6.99.
If you like to sip and you want to save, you can't go past your local Sip and Save.
2 goals to Daniel Bandy. That brings the scoreboard back to 69 points in favour of the Crows. Pittman charges at Burton. Wills out of the centre square. Again, a floater to Clucas. Goes short. Finds young Dodd. Back to Clucas. Again, another high ball. So a chance for Bandy playing in front. Back of the pack. McManus feeds the ball out. Callahan has it smothered by Smart. So the ball is taken away. Good play there by Rintoul. And there's a strong mark taken by Fletcher. He certainly is a very good mark for his size, Adrian Fletcher. Bandy on the lead. Loose player is Chisholm. In the centre square. Pops it up. And finds those go-go gadget arms of Spider. He'll be kicking from right on 50. Will he make the distance?
I'd give him a chance from here, KB.
So big Spider. Right on 50. The distance is there, just off line. And just a minor score. I think 16 goals in his career, in his 44 games.
On 8 minutes remaining in this game as Trent Ormond-Allen takes the kick out. Has to go even wider to the outer side. The pressure on Goodwin, but he's equal to the task. Finishes up loping away. Runs his full distance, then kicks towards centre wing, asking Sean Wren to do a bit of running. McLeod is there to help him. So Wren decides he'll just soccer off the ground. Down towards Sampson and Harding. They push it over the line in front of the scoreboard as we go down to the boundary line once again and curl.
Yes, young Trent Carroll. Unfortunately, has torn a calf muscle, so he's looking at 4 to 6 weeks off, I'd say.
Luck for the youngster, thanks, girls. Burton doing the ruck work, wins it down towards Fletcher. Harding's able to run it out. There's the luxury of a bounce as he makes his way towards the centre wing. In fact, has a couple and gives it over towards Dodd. Dodd looks down towards the 50-metre line, across half forward. The Crows pounce in a line and leading the way is Nigel Smart. He pops it out in front. They can run here. Tyson Edwards says, I'm Frenchman. Here's come on. Give me a run. And he does. Up towards half forward. Ellen couldn't take it. Here's Rashudo. The hand pass is wide. Eccles, cover yourself in glory. Your first game, big boy.
Tonight, Greg's had a hard day at the course.
You've got me.
Well, the Crows have doubled Fremantle score, 148, plays 74. Still just under 7 minutes of action left, so plenty of time to build on this percentage. As the Dockers come forward, McManus pounces on it. Still 55 metres out, gives it across the bond. He's booted 2. This will land in the square. Wills, the high flyer. Got interfered with by his teammate. Bassett goes to ground. Pretty good today. They're hard to beat. And there he is, his partner in crime, Smart. Like a headlight. Kicks the ball down. Prosciutto. Pops it in the air. Under pressure was Bickley. He's played a good game.
KB Blacks won the third set in the Davis Cup, 6-3. So Zimbabwe now 2-1 up in the deciding rubber.
So Bickley, the skipper, drives the ball long. Chisholm may have lost it in the sun. McLeod. Great play by McLeod, just ripped it out of his arms. Gives the ball back to Eccles, back to Sampson. He's kicked 5.
Yeah, pretty tough to do a banana from that situation when you're almost over the line as you kick to bring it back.
It's a pretty exciting score, isn't it, in the Davis Cup?
Going
brothers
right
doing so well.
Down to the wire, KB.
Playing singles and doubles, and I believe they even drove themselves to the ground.
And Pittman does the cooking.
Dancing in the streets in Zimbabwe if they win. So Bickley drops that one of his rear end goes. Here's McLeod.
40 metres out, he's toying with them.
And that wasn't the predator. Had a big day though, hasn't he? Big day. Yeah, good to see a player who has lauded so much after the grand final, and rightfully so, starting the next season in the second game in such good form.
Pittman sets himself in front. He wants to remember his 100th game. Eccles wants to remember his first. McLeod's lurking again. Eventually shot out. Norris gives it even wider to Harding towards Gale. Still tucked in the back pocket as the seconds tick away. Under 5 minutes remaining now in this match. It could seem somewhat longer for the Dockers. 148 plays 74. A percentage builder for the reigning champions as Wren goes over the back towards Rashudo. The Roo, it's a high kick in towards Eccles and Ellen. At the back, Sampson, this will be another one. How good is this? He's loving it. 6 goals for Clay Sampson.
I'm sure there wasn't a free-out player who tapped that ball back towards goal, trying to concede the point. They did get a decent handle on it, and the ball just sat up long enough. Just watch this again over the back red. Such a clever flyer. Rashudo, the kick up in the air. Bit of a pack down to the ground. Yeah, Mark Gale tries to force that ball back towards goal to concede the point too far out. And sets up beautifully for Sampson.
Mixed up again with the companion Nicono. Thank you.
Well, what a day it's been for Clay Sampson, playing his 25th game, and leading into this game, he had kicked 7 career goals, so he's included 6 today. In a memorable day for him to remember, the day they unfurled the premiership flag here at Football Park. The free kick is going to Anderson. The North Melbourne premiership player has got it on the half-back flank. So the Crows by 80 points. Anderson kicks up towards the half-forward line. There's Smart. See what a game he's played as well. It's pretty hard to think the best players today.
You've changed about 5 times, yeah.
Well, I've been told it's my job today.
It is.
Good luck. I'd like to hand it to you. Hart to Rashudo. Probably coming around about 6th and 7th spot, I think, Hart to Rashudo. Been very good. Just rattling it at the moment. Hart from the half-back flank wants to take on Bond. That's difficult to do. Well done, Chris Bond. And that's the spirit of Bond. Right up until the last moments in a dying game.
At 50.
He is so determined, and that's something they can learn from some of his teammates. He's a great competitor. He's built his game around hard work. Unfortunately, even Spider couldn't reach up for that.
Oh, look at this.
Runs into goal. And this is unfortunate play because it was great play in transferring that ball. Allen missing a sitter.
The only bloke who breathed a sigh of relief was Chris Bond.
Yes, I gave him a rap.
Certainly
He
so.
might be exhausted.
He's out on his feet at 3/4 time.
Wren sets himself in front. Crows have the numbers. Rintoul spears it back in, but it's marked by Harding. He plays on to Scott Chisholm. Chisholm from half-back is a little unsure, and he eventually goes short. Finding his teammate there in Clucas. Picked it up nicely on the half volley. McManus. Smart by Smart. They're going to run through the middle, and he loves this. I reckon Nigel could kick this. 2 bounces. 50, no, he's unselfish because he wants to give Sampson 10 for the match. Here he is, over the top. He's going to give it to McLeod. It is a raffle. It is a wrap.
Anything you can do, Clay Sampson, to replace his eye for Ratchet. McLeod now has what, 6 fucked up with that one earlier. My books look like something out of Kendo. Not that colourful. Yeah, no, too easy. Far too easy. Terrific work though by Smart, just to intercept that ball. Sampson just fortunate enough with the fumble. 2 options there. Could have given it to Allen as well.
Well, 12 goals between Sampson and McLeod. It's been a fantastic performance.
I bet you would have said coming to the game they still give you 12.
So the Crows keep marching on. Clucas, still making his way in the game. Waterhouse. There's Hart. Back edge of the centre square. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Wren, a mighty player, Bickley. Another fine performance. Tumbles the ball forward. Caven had a swipe at it. And gets the result. Back to Rashudo. Sampson, I think, is licking his lips. So is McLeod. The kick too much carry. Finds Norwich.
Tucked in the back pocket. Comes back again, but look out. I think stand his ground and doing it well was Anderson in the end. The strong mark and the plenty of pressure. He's on half-back. Drifts play in towards the middle. Finds Burt.
8 marks.
Towards half forward. Bandy was one of his targets. Also down there is McManus. Smart trying to swipe it out the back door. Not successful as yet. Fletcher has a good look, then gives it away. Dodd in trouble. First one way, then the other. Back again. Look out, look Toya. You are gone. But Tim Shearer says he'll have it. Off the ground by McManus. Doesn't have any distance about it. Nigel Smart gains more, and he gets it down to Costa. He can run here through the middle. Chisholm's got to come and meet him, so he leaves his man and he just chips it over the top. There's danger signs everywhere here as Allen is in at half forward. And Shane Allen, who has been two in this quarter, can add to that now. 40 metres out and almost directly in front.
Yeah, their foot skills and their pace can really hurt you when they turn the ball over and get the ball back to cross half back.
Kicking from 40. Allen's now gone. 3 goals. And the margin nearing 100 points.
Well, the makeshift forward lines worked very well today because the question mark's going to be, can they maintain this sort of goal scoring power until they get their 7 forward line back? That certainly worked out very well today. The 2 smaller players particularly, and Allen's just popped in for his third.
Individual goal kickers today for the Crows. Allen's 3 goals have all come in this final quarter. 167 plays 74. Just a few seconds left in the game. Prosciutto, great for his confidence after the groin operation last night. High flyer was Ormond Allen. Bond on centre wing.
Knock it down.
Loose ball in the centre. Anderson fires it off. Latoya. The siren sounds. That was Wills who was down on the ground, but he's up on his feet. Got a magnificent win to Adelaide. 25-17, 167. Fremantle 11-8, 74. And there's Toya also looks to be in some sort of trouble as well. So 2 Cocker players down right on the final siren. But Adelaide very impressive today. 11 individual goal kickers with Andrew McLeod and Sampson being the stars with 6 of these.
93 points, the margin in the end favouring Adelaide Crows as the chart goes up. Victoria's in trouble. He's into major trouble. Let's check that scoreline though here at Football Park. Adelaide, Victoria by 93 points, 25-17, 167. Fremantle very disappointing, 11-8, 74.
Tonight, 8:30, Academy Award.
I don't know, they're the best singers in the world, but they're very enthusiastic, but their performance on the ground was sensational, Ross.
Yeah, outstanding. That's 42 scoring shots to 19. Really tells the story, Sandy.
Here's the scoreboard as it unfolded today, and really there was no let-up as far as Adelaide was concerned. 7 goals in the first term, and they had a big third quarter. They booted 6, and they just rammed home the advantage in the final term with an 8-goal blast. 25-17, 167. Fremantle 11-8, 74. I know you'd be very disappointed with this because you came here with a very positive attitude after the Dockers' performance last week.
Yeah, I genuinely thought they were a chance today. As we look at the goal kickers there, McLeod and Sampson were just outstanding. But there's no doubt, Sandy, I thought they would be a better side in. O'Reilly back particularly gave them some stability, I thought, but just wasn't to be. The Crows just started out and were just hot all day, and they never looked like losing, really.
A very damaging result, really, for the Dockers so early in the season, isn't it?
They came forward a step last week because
now
they had very poor pre-season form. Won well against Melbourne. Now they've gone back too.
All right then, but of course very positive sides. signs for the reigning champions.
Yes, they take on St Kilda next week, who I think are struggling a bit today, so that works very well for them. And some of their players in good form, particularly Sampson and McLeod, and Wren played very well.
Okay, then now let's have a look at the ladder, but bearing in mind we've got still 2 matches in progress, so they at the moment are not taken into account. But we have Sydney unbeaten at the top of the ladder. The good percentages belong to the Western Bulldogs and now, of course, the Adelaide Crows, Ross, after that big win today.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. With one loss, they've still got a very good percentage. Makes all the difference.
The 1998 AFL Premiership season proudly brought to you by Telstra, making life easier. Victoria Bitter for a hard-earned first, Cadbury Mark of the Year, and McDonald's, official restaurant of the AFL.
So, Ross, let's have a look to next weekend, round 3. 3 very, very big.